All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are ready. It'll be available for everybody on the public here after the day. We have gone through the Pledge of Allegiance. We've gone through the news. If you haven't seen my Twitter, I gave a lot of updates, but today is DeepSeek. Again, we talked about it on the watch list. You're going to want to take a look at it, but we have a lot in store. Take a look at. Oh, there it is. All right, we're ready to go. So I hope you guys are locked and loaded. We've covered all the plays and everything. You guys ready? Yeah, you guys already got this stream swap. We ready to go, baby. All right, man. So we got a couple of minutes. I do need to go to the bathroom. Is that odd? I don't know if it is. So let's see. But yeah, I got to do that. But let's see. Yeah, we got 2 minutes, 3 minutes. All right, we'll let everybody get in here. You let me know if you guys have any questions. And then, yeah, we'll have a good time. Oh, wait. I don't have a news channel. I'm trying to I need to get that bathroom break, baby. You just walked in. Well, good morning. Again, there's going to be a lot. All right.
Unfolding in Washington last week.
I don't know if he's going to go to commercial. I'll be right back.
More compute and more data centers and more infrastructure spending when it comes to AI in Texas. So a stark contrast, I think.
Yeah, of course. All the fanfare over that big JV they announced with that $100 billion spend coming up. That powered tech stocks last week. But now the question is, are we massively overspending here? What are we actually getting for our investment? But we'll try to answer those questions coming up. Less than 4 minutes until the opening bell. Katerina Simonetti joins us of Morgan Stanley Private Wealth Management. That conversation up next. This is Bloomberg.
You guys ready or what, bro? This is crazy. I don't know, the DeepSeek, people are already starting to troll it. I'm already seeing people, like, if you ask DeepSeek who the president is, DeepSeek thinks Joe Biden is still the president. But then again, I think if you asked OpenAI, it would try to get you to vote for Kamala. So I don't know how it would, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to find out. Again, we've talked about it a lot. Nobody knows yet. The fact is you finally got your first thing scaring AI. But like I've talked about on the watch list, I already tweeted it. This news is 3 weeks old. People were doing articles and news runs on DeepSeek 3 weeks ago. So there's a lot of things coming in with it. Again, I already said this earlier, half of Wall Street already upgraded a lot of these stocks, and then the other half is getting a little bit scarier there. So we're going to find out. I mean, yeah, you will need a GPU for AI, but again, the price of it and the CapEx, you know, think about what drove NVIDIA this high. Every earnings, they kept making more and more money, and you were expecting them to have this moat in demand, and the moat was really built around it cost all this money to develop AI. So if there is a development, I don't think it crashes NVIDIA to zero, but now people are starting to reconsider things. So it could be here today, gone tomorrow. And this is what I already talked about. You guys want to be very, very cautious. It's not like this is, you know, we've seen many times, even the little flash crash in August. You could be down for a couple of hours, and then from there, it'll just start to, like, do its thing. You know what I'm saying? So it reminds me of August 5th, but this is just, I mean, let's keep it real. In the last 24 months, there has not been an AI narrative that threatened any of these stocks. Yes or no? Every single thing that was supposed to be bearish for AI, cap. It never really worried people. This is what I was saying earlier. The fact that this news story is old, I just think that everybody I think Elon Musk, man, I feel like he let the Twitter propaganda go nuts because everybody just flipped out. Again, we were talking about this on Friday. Everybody flipped out. Then they started adopting it, and then it became number one on the App Store, and now we're down 5%. So get ready. 3, 2, 1. Round one. Fight. All right, so you're opening down 2% on the NASDAQ. Again, bonds even 1%. They were up more. Again, anything safe haven bid is already up. You could blame the dollar as well. So let's see. All right, well, let's see. The NVIDIA puts already crazy. Where are my apples? I don't know if those went up. Let's see. No, they didn't. They're super far out the money. So short-term puts are not moving at all. The TLTs are kind of coming back. So we'll watch how those oh, yeah. Whoa, those TLTs like went up a lot. So you can make those free. I'm going to do 4 cents to 11. Why not? I'm going to make the TLTs free. Okay. TLT has been made free. Those are the ones from just the other day. Yeah, those are up a lot. I'm actually glad about that. Oh, my pre-market movers didn't send out. Yeah, so that's it. Now you ride those. That's why I'm saying just keep it small. If we get real volatility, you may kick yourself. You're like, oh, I could have made more money, but you don't know if this is going to bounce or anything. You get it free. You have nothing to worry about every single time. Yeah, Nvidia down 465 billion in market value. Oh wait, is the chat still on members only? Oh, my bad, guys. I got to turn that off for you. You guys have been caged. I thought it was already off. Could we stop doing members only? No, I think we're going to do it more, if anything. So y'all should just get used to the schedule that we've done recently. Holo's just some little scammy company, small cap, but they keep mentioning it in the what's it called? They keep mentioning it in the they put out a press release saying that they're going to be integrating DeepSeek. The DeepSeek's confirmed, but like the real impact, I mean, we are all still kind of debating that. AT&T shares rise 5 as they beat subscriber growth. It's both. I think there's an opportunity to play both ways. We don't fully know yet, but like I'm saying, you got Wall Street and Silicon Valley already reacting. Again, those TLTs, you got that. The old ones are even coming back a little too. Let's see. The Redfins popped up. I'm trying to see the FXY. FXY should be higher, but they dropped that bid there. So the yen plays, we have exposure, but those are not working yet. So give it a little bit. Again, those TLTs already coming down. All right. Yeah, the TLT's 200-300%. They're already coming down, though, so make them free. Call it a day, or you can ride them out. It's up to you, but those hit. All right. Let me see. Hold on, I'm trying to bid. Make sure you guys have the likes, too. I don't want to do that today. I hope we could get that, because I'm shopping right now. Dude, my shit is slow today. Did I get filled? It won't fill me. Let me see. Is this the start? It is kind of the start of the China narrative. Like I said, we need oil down, but I mean, it might be able to do the job. Yeah, I can't get enough on there. Okay, did it fill me? Nice. And then they dropped the fucking bid. MO to 53. I forgot about those. The Fed rate it's tweaking out. Again, we do have the Powell this week, but that move makes it a little bit more odd. So, yeah, we'll find out. Oh, yeah, the likes are lacking, but I did make a play. We'll go over that once you guys could get up to the 50. There's a lot of y'all in here, too. Wow. So, yeah, that's going to need 1.5, my friends. So, like the video, but I did make a play. Not a recommendation. You guys got it there on the stream alerts. But be careful. I'm going to go for the opposite end of that here in a little. I'm just grabbing the cheap ones while they exist. And then we'll see where it leads us. And then where's that small cap? Oh, yeah, Chadwick's pump, but the likes. Oh, yeah, we operate on a like system. It's good to have the likes on the video. Yeah, good morning, man. Good morning. Oh, I didn't even see the super chat. Microsoft put hit called out. You even caught it. You said no one was positioned for a down move. Dude, even then, a lot of you guys brought up DeepSeek on Friday, bro. We were making jokes about it, and we were talking about it, but I did not even think this would ever happen in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually kind of wild. Mm-hmm. Oh, someone stole that one. So watch that whole entire chain. Some of those are going to pop up, and they will get a little bit cheaper. And then Holo, that's the one that was given DeepSeek stuff. They already dropped. So that one's an interesting one. Again, let's see NVIDIA, depending on the next move there. Those BTUs those are just tweaking out. The TLTs came back. So we'll see where it leads us. Damn, they double those up. So watch dude, there's a lot going on the option chain. There's a couple of flukes here and there. Whatever name you want, you might be able to find it. That's what I'm noticing. There's just some contracts tweaking out. But again, the premiums on a lot of these are kind of wicked. Yeah, we'll give it a little bit. Yeah, I don't want those FXYs. Those MOs are coming back. Let's see. Oh, mine are up, but remember, I thought I made them free. They're up 100%. So again, we got them for fucking 1 penny. So those are working, but yeah, they're just, I only put $5 on it. Again, the BTU's got a wide spread. The TLT, again, I think NVIDIA, that's the one I'm waiting on. So I already made an NVIDIA play. You guys just don't have the likes, so we got to get up there. Well, that's the thing. You got to be careful of the volatility. I do think it's going to be a little bit, it's going to be a little difficult. Appreciate my guy. If I'm missing anything, hopefully you guys forgive me, in the middle here of volatility. Again, so we already had a couple exposure plays. We got to wake up a couple 100% on the TLT, and then we'll see where this takes us. All right, I made another one. And then I'm stream alerting it out. Both of these plays. So I already made NVIDIA now. But what you got to realize is that you could get clap right here on both sides. So if you guys are uncertain in a weird way, you not liking the video might help you out. Because in a sense, if I get clapped, then you're going to get a good opportunity on those types of plays. But other than that, this is still it's a weird opportunity. So whether we cuck or move or not, we don't know what the next step is. So even if you play both ways, just know this level of volatility, you can lose on both sides, okay? So that's why you got to be a little bit more picky, but then also, too, a small position side could help you out as well. Oh, yeah. All right. Make sure to... Intel's on Thursday. No way. Intel's actually up. Where the China names? Bonds a little bit off the bottom. I mean, you got a lot going on. NASDAQ's still just under 3% right now. S&P 1.7. The Dow's not doing that bad. The China name's already flipped. Actually, Baidu's still killing it. Holo's coming back. All right. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. DeepSeek is pretty much a copycat of OpenAI. That's it. But again, it's not, they didn't need the hardware. It's how they trained it. And that's what started to set everything off. Okay, I did one more play. Oh, I kind of got clapped on that. But let's see. I went with I made TLT free. That was I got a lot for it, actually. So they were going for 10, 11 cents in the morning. It dropped a little bit. You still have 100%, but you had like 300% in the AM. Old TLTs are coming back, but they're still down. It's a great value, OpenAI, pretty much. So look, NVIDIA's kind of chilling out. This is still one of the biggest drops there. Calls and puts on NVIDIA is still kind of holding, so we'll see where this takes us. Yeah, they won't let anything slip by there for cheap. Damn. Yeah, the chain is already adjusting. So again, there was a couple of flukes on the NVIDIA chain, but it's starting to level out now. As again, 5 minutes not moving, SPY near the high. MasterCard and Visa on the low. Again, I haven't seen any other industries. We should see where the chips are at. Damn, that's VWAP. VWAP looks insane. So again, there's always any day like this where you gap down like this, there is probably going to be a wicked bounce at one point. I like Oklo too for the, again, any of the energy companies to the downside. I'm a big fan of. Appreciate the TLT. I hope it helped, man. I hope it helped. Be smart, keep them small, and you'll be good. Humana, I love it. Humana's doing good today. Yeah, even NVO, they came down a little bit. The yen, we need those FXYs to come back up. They kind of hold us. Walgreens selling off pretty big. Yeah, Walgreens, big drop down, about 20 cents out of nowhere. They need GPUs on DeepSeek, but their advancement came there. No proxy fight for Pfizer from Starboard, says CNBC. So again, Walgreens selling off. You're getting an update on that, what's it called? The activist stuff with Pfizer, so we'll see. Yeah, Pfizer, a couple of long-term names are actually doing very good right now. So there's your little NVIDIA pop. We'll see how this one levels out. Yeah, a lot of value plays are doing good. I don't know. I think our long-terms are actually in the green right now. So again, this is just all tech. The problem is with NVIDIA and the overvaluations and, again, just... you already know the vibes, but let me see. I think our long-term our long-term's green as hell today. That's crazy. So, yeah, your long-term is up a little bit more than 0.5% right now. Just because, again, we have dividends. We have value. We have AI exposure, but we bought the cheap shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we're benefiting off of this stuff that was on the low. So it's good. It's very, very good. For now, we'll see how it all levels out, but that's a good sign for some of the things that we own. GG's, babe. Again, our long-term copies the Dow more than the NASDAQ, at certain times. So that's why I think we're a little bit more safe. And you have good China exposure. It's like somebody told you about that a while ago. So it's good, man. It's good. Thank you. I feel awkward about it. I'm not going to lie. Because, I don't know if I want China or not. I don't want a lot of it. But now I'm like, oh, shit, China. But then I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. It's odd. So look at NVIDIA coming up. Again, those puts, any put call is going to be mad risky right now. So don't go following me like I'm saying. You wait till that shit gets clapped, and you're going to get a good opportunity. But we will see where it leads us. Walgreens takeover. Oh, wow, that's the headline. So there you go. I got the first drop on that one, but now we're getting it followed up with a headline. They're saying takeover might be done with Walgreens. I haven't confirmed that yet. Again, I also got Pfizer's Starboard headline, so that's the other thing you got to look out for. Where's the other one? Pig. Oh, that one already came down. And then NVIDIA trying to work its way up. Again, value. Bonds climbing up there too. RCAT on the low. That one just flushed. The Newswire isn't up. Oh, I know the likes aren't up either. It's a weird correlation. I blame DeepSeek, to be honest. These advancements in DeepSeek have made it where, likes are cheap now. You know what I'm saying? If you could build an AI for $6 million, I think asking for a like for a proprietary Newswire is that's cheap, dude. That's cheap. You know what I'm saying? Vail Resort, End Phase is lovely. 31st birthday tomorrow! That 20 shares at Nike. Happy birthday, baby. Amen. Remind me tomorrow. Remind me on that. IonQ on the high. Tesla's going out too. Again, you have earnings, so that's the next thing. Oh, man, I'm so mad. All of our meta plays. You remember those metas we did? They were all up 50%. Now they're down. Wait a minute. One of them's still up. Oh, this is a scam. Bro, one of those meta plays from last week is still up 30%. Oh, that's fucked. So let me put it this way. The NASDAQ dropped 5% this morning at one point, and there's literally meta calls for earnings that are up 30% still. That's actually crazy. Well, yeah, and people are saying, Meta got to upgrade. There is part of Wall Street that is saying all this DeepSeek stuff is actually bullish for the economy and some of these tech stocks. I guess Meta is I think NVIDIA is the one that took it on the head, but NVIDIA's already climbing back up there. Now you got Tesla, SPY near VWAP. Again, you open up, big gap down, cash open, you were only ripping. You're still down a lot. That's the thing that sucks. Bonds are coming down. None of that is holding, actually. So let's see. Oh, man, I got worked on that whole low. So that one's coming down. But, yeah, for the most part, you're getting, again, the rebound in the first, 15 minutes is materializing, but I don't think that's going to be the end of the day. Even Snap Green, yeah, that one's kind of odd. That one's going up there. The apples never went up. I had apples. They were up 100%, then flip within a second. China lies about everything. That's what we're saying. Both sides played both ways. What you should be thinking about, opportunity, tie it into earnings, and then again, we're just going to get a little bit of volatility. The last time the NASDAQ really moved like this was August, so you could kind of use that as a setup to all of it. I don't think the Japan carry trade is happening. They raised rates. The bonds didn't blow up. This is just a freak out right now. You know what I'm saying? This isn't I think this is people kind of reacting to your first bearish headline in AI that actually has legs. What should you... I wouldn't do anything with 80% of your portfolio. So not a recommendation, but I'm a big fan of diversification and keeping things small. So although it could be a big opportunity in NVIDIA, I'm not the type of guy to tell you to do a strategy that takes 80% of your money. Just because, again, like we're talking about our long terms being up today. That's because you want diversification. I mean, in the last 2 years, we've never really had too big of a moment where you needed it. But I think days like today show you why. Again, a little bit of cash is good. You want a little bit of everything. You don't want just high-flying tech, or you don't want just one type of thing. A little bit of everything. You may underperform at times, but it'll make sure you're ready to go no matter what the scenario. But heck, happy birthday, baby. Amen. And dago, baby Arthur arrived. Wow. Listening to the stream in the hospital. He was born on Volatility Day. Shout out the new Chad Arthur, baby. Oh, no. He was born in volatility, literally. That's crazy. Baby Arthur. Yeah, so Walgreens, the rumor is that they're saying the deal is off. So again, we got the first move. Oh yeah, now it's dying even more. So yeah, you got like a 4 or 5 minutes on that. You've been speaking facts. You have too much tech in long term. Everybody does. I've been saying this for about 2 years. That's why you all thought I was a jackass. Because again, it doesn't make sense to diversify when everything's ripping, right? Because you're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, Josh? Why would I buy Whirlpool? You know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand there's no shame, but unfortunately, that was the thing we were talking about. Nobody was positioned for puts. There was a lot of people who just, like I've been telling you, there was generational names that were at extreme lows, but unfortunately, everybody did pass them up in favor of, 10x, 100x, 200x valuation. So we'll see. I don't think it's over. I don't think tech is done. But for the most part, this is just a little warning sign of like, hey, diversification. And then if we start flipping the China narrative, all of that, then we're going to start getting some bigger things here. So NVIDIA is still holding. Again, they're just killing the premiums now. Up and down. You're borderline within the same price we made the play. You think they're hiding cost and using NVIDIA? Well, that's the thing. It's not necessarily about the chips. That is the point that people... There's 2 points. One is what DeepSeek actually did. And then this reaction right now, I'm telling you, the only way I could frame this. Everybody is freaking out by this 3-week-old news simply because it is #1 in the App Store. That's it. You know why? Because I remember the day, early January 2023, when OpenAI hit #1 in the App Store, that kicked off the wave of AI. So that's it. I'm telling you, this DeepSeek stuff, there's stuff we know, there's stuff we don't. It's not about the chips. It's about the training. It is they trained their models out of scarcity, out of not having these chips, whether you believe them or not. The model that they have released an open source way on how to train these models more effectively. That's the key right there. So the fact of the matter is, the last time, you just haven't seen it get traction. Exactly. They spent less money. They got decent performance. It doesn't mean they could copy everything on Wall Street or NVIDIA, but they developed a way to make certain things cheaper. But then the other part that I am telling you is you got the whole world adopting this now. That's what has them scared. Are you guys understanding? The model is interesting. The model is a technical development. It lowers prices, but it doesn't mean it's going to absolutely destroy the industry, right? But the thing that's really messing people up right now, not only all of what I just told you, but again, this app is #1 in the App Store. That means people all around the world are using this. And that's what gets them worried, because now you literally have this cheap alternative and then they're moving there. Yeah, so that's the thing. If you look at it, cheap AI, cheap development, cheaper cost, that's bullish in the long run. But what would be bearish is if these Chinese companies took your market share and hurt your moat, and that's what everybody is arguing about right now. Ta-da! So that's where I think we're at. DWT, we saw this one the other day. Corey, thank you, my friend. Yeah, they did it for a fraction, and they did it at a... So let me put it this way. Here is the big misconception that people have. Are you ready? Look at this Chinese company, DeepSeek, right? $5 million is $6 million is what they made this shit on, right? Let me ask you this question. Yes, they did it at a fraction of cost, but do you think that they wouldn't benefit off of better chips? Do you see the error in logic a lot of people are making? That's why I agree with some people when they're like, yo, this is a freak out. Because they didn't make the chips. They didn't create this model because they wanted to use less chips. They did this out of scarcity. They found an alternative that faster than the Americans because they had to do it a certain way. You see what I'm saying? So if they, you got to think about it. If they had better chips, they would probably be doing a lot better. It's not like they don't need the chips. They probably want the chips. But the fact that they didn't have the chips, it forced them to develop a way for way less money without the necessary hardware. So it doesn't mean that they don't need the hardware. They could do it without the hardware, but I'm sure good hardware would probably help them out. So, but like I'm saying, right now, we're in the early stages of everybody kind of realizing this. This is your first bearish thing on anything related to AI, and then now we got to kind of get through it. So I'm impressed with it. No, I am. I'm not saying I'm not impressed with it. No. I'm very impressed with DeepSeek. I think it is a game changer. Do I think that the paradigm has shifted? No, but I do believe that this is the first step in doing that. Does that make sense? So right now we're down 5%, and everyone's like, "Holy shit! That's it. It's over." Maybe it's a pin or what, but at the end of the day, I think it's the first step in a paradigm shift. I don't necessarily think this is the paradigm shift, but this put everybody on notice. I don't think it didn't put anybody on notice, because this isn't something that, you can't really, I don't know. It's hard to ignore this at this point. And then again, call it whatever you want. It's number 1 in the App Store. So whether you like it, whether you think it's a development, you have most of the world starting to adopt it right now. All right, Walgreens still dying off that headline, bro. Investors. Well, that's the thing. The problem we'll see with earnings, though. This is going to make earnings crazy, but like I'm telling you, a lot of these premiums are already jacked up. But the whole idea is that we'll just CapEx. Whether this turns into something bullish or bearish, cheap developments or not, we do have to. We don't now. If you already thought this AI spending was weird, it just got weirder. That's the only way I could put this right now. Half of you guys didn't even understand the AI spend. You were telling people for the last 2 years about AI. It didn't make any sense. People were like, "What do you mean you have to spend? What are we making? Where do you get the money? Yibbity bobbity boo." But at this point now, this is just another big question about CapEx. Like, what do you mean you're spending $50 billion, $60 billion, Donald Trump $500 billion in AI? Yeah, it may be there, but like we do have to start. This makes those waters a lot murkier, and those are the questions you are going to have to be asking. Yeah, bro, Oklo down 20. That's crazy. Oklo is still doing good. Again, energy is all over it. IWM is green. Again, the Dow's not doing bad. Our long term is up there. They're just killing the premiums on the NIV does. Let's see. Yeah, your lack of likes has helped you. The calls are holding up a little bit. They're already dropping the puts, and then the price barely moved. I think it's a little up now. No, yeah. This is like the carry trade in the sense that you're getting a reaction. It's very big on equities, cash volume, already buying it up a little bit, but then it's just like this could be gone tomorrow or this could develop. It's just very odd now that we have earnings. So now earnings is kind of adding like a waiting period, but then earnings is also jacking up and altering the prices a little bit. Bitcoin, high ticker is running right now. You got everything on the high. So there is Bitcoin. Home sales 698 versus 672. So home sales were a little stronger, 3.6 versus 2.4 month over month. We got 1,500 likes. Woo! There you go. We could get a wire now. Let's get him a news wire. There you go. So then, yeah, we'll do 2,000. We'll unlock all the plays. If they found a way to do it cheaper, we could do better. But listen, I don't disagree that this could end up being bullish. But the problem is a lot of these AI companies are at an insane valuation. So do you see the point that the market has to figure out, you guys? I don't think anybody's wrong right now. but that there's just a fat gap between, yeah, this could be good, and then we are pricing in, 100 times earnings on a lot of these companies. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm like, there's a huge gap between this gets bullish and then we already kind of priced a lot of these names. Again, I think it's been since 2023, 2022. It's like 14 trillion in market cap on these AI companies. That's wild. So do you see what I'm saying? I don't necessarily disagree with the bullish takes, but the problem right now is that there's a huge gap between the time, the value, and what we're talking about right now. And that's where it's kind of, again, opening this opportunity or door for volatility. Russian refineries raise oil processing 2% after new U.S. sanctions. Yeah, IWM is in the green right now. So, again, cash open has been fire. NVIDIA, all the big tech, though, they had one early move. We haven't really moved in 30 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You're going to have a couple minutes, but then it's make your final plays. Well, everybody's saying they have H100s, and like I'm telling you, this is from 3 weeks ago. I have no other way to tell you this. This is the weirdest part about the whole story. I'll give you my tinfoil. I think Elon Musk let the Twitter propaganda bots go crazy. I think this is Elon Musk hit piece on Sam Altman, bro. That's my theory, to be honest with you, because I'm telling you, this is odd. This was 3 weeks old, bro. This isn't like, let me show you. I put this on the watch list last night. Let me see if I got to find the title. Yeah, look. Bro. And this is what I'm saying. 3 weeks ago, the story was completely different. It was like kind of, they weren't playing this like, oh, these couple Chinese dudes in a garage. They kind of were, and they were talking about the low price, but they said they had H100 chips. They said all of this, and then 3 weeks later, story gets altered, and then they re-put it out, and then everybody starts paying attention, and then all these mother effers start downloading it. So the weirdest part about this story is that from Friday to today, mother effers are freaking out. But now you apply it to here, that's what it is. There's one part about the tariffs. That did scare people last night, but tariffs do not bring NVIDIA down 11%. This is the biggest sell-off on NVIDIA since COVID. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree. There was one part, that tariff fiasco, it had an impact on the dollar and bonds, but this wasn't, I don't think this reaction is from that. But here is your 3 weeks ago. This is what CNBC posted. This is 3 weeks ago. Are you guys listening? This was almost 1 month ago that this got released. Pay attention.
For Tech Check, and today, let's talk about AI, but not in the way that you all think, because there is a new model that has all of the valley buzzing. And it does not come from OpenAI or Meta or Google or any of those names. Deirdre Bosa, this comes from a rather unusual source.
It also comes from China, Brian. It's called DeepSeek. And here's why it matters.
3 weeks ago.
It took Google and OpenAI years and billions of dollars to build the latest AI large language models. But now a Chinese research lab has built a competitive model in just 2 months with dumbed down GPUs for less than, get this, $6 million. Not billion, $6 million. Now, DeepSeek looks and acts just like ChatGPT. I've been trying it out this morning, and when I asked, what model are you? It answered, I'm an AI language model created by OpenAI, specifically based on the GPT-4 architecture, suggesting that it was trained on ChatGPT outputs, which, leaving aside terms of service violations, means that entirely new state-of-the-art models, they can be built on what is already out there. In other words, OpenAI's moat may be shrinking if a model like DeepSeek can emerge with competitive performance, minimal cost, and reliance on existing outputs, it signals a rapidly shrinking barrier to entry.
This
in AI
article,
development,
this video is 3 weeks old.
The current dominance of industry leaders
So
like
everything
OpenAI
that
and
everyone is
Google
fucking
and
going
Anthropic
crazy
and Meta,
over,
by the way.
3 weeks old.
There's also key geopolitical implications in this for the AI race. DeepSeek is backed by a Chinese quant trading firm, High Flyer Capital Management, and it used NVIDIA H800s, a lower performance version of the H100 chips that...
So look, and that's what everybody... So 3 weeks ago, they had no problem telling you the chips, and then now the report is different. They're saying H100s. They said they had H800s, and dude, I'm telling you, this is very, very... Somebody's lying somewhere, but you're getting a way big reaction. And yeah, you're right. COVID, nobody reacted till like later, but at the same time, this is just like... It's not like this was groundbreaking. I think the fact that it started getting adopted, that's what freaked people out. But again, this video is 3 weeks old.
Cheaper, more available, and tailored for restricted markets like China. So they were able to sort of go around the H100s that everyone seems to be looking for here in the West. Now, in fact, it cost DeepSeek just $5.5 million to train it versus hundreds of millions of dollars for Meta's latest Llama model and billions of dollars for GPT and Gemini models. This all raises an important question, Brian, for investors. As the AI trade evolves and technological progress stalls, is training frontier models still a good investment? DeepSeek should make investors look twice.
Why the difference in price? Like, what am I getting for $5.5 million versus $1 billion?
That's the thing. You're basically getting a model that's as good as the frontier models that OpenAI and Llama have created. So there's third parties that check key benchmarks. These are key capabilities of the different large language models. And they found that the ones from DeepSeek, which was presumably built and trained on public OpenAI ChatGPT data, is as good or better in some cases than Meta's or OpenAI. So it's really remarkable. You get just as much bang for your buck for a lot less, like $5.5 million versus billions and billions of dollars that OpenAI has shelled out. So this is really a remarkable development that has huge implications for the race. I spoke to one source who questioned some of the benchmarks, but nonetheless said this is a massive development and, could make investors question, do you need the high-end GPUs if you can get just as much out of the H800s, the dumbed-down version?
Yeah.
If that's the case, it changes a lot of the game, including for energy. But this is one thing. To your point, Deirdre, we'll see where it all goes. DeepSeek, we're watching you. And you, Deirdre.
Yeah, we are. I don't know. My theory from, again, you guys got to realize, like, NVIDIA don't drop 12% out of nowhere. You don't wake up with futures, literally. Last time it happened, you had the Japan carry trade blow up. You don't wake up with a NASDAQ showing -5 at one point. You know what I'm saying? But here's my theory. I think today is about 25-30% tariffs and the dollar, and then the rest is just everybody freaking out. I say freak out because this news is a little older, but it's the adoption that got people worried. Nobody cared. They wrote off DeepSeek for weeks, but all that matters is that people are using it now. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, look around the board right now. You could see what's like Dow and Russell are loving today. And all of this, it's like, I think part of the tariffs, because you got to realize Trump abruptly sent a message yesterday showing you exactly what would happen to Mexico if they play any of that deportation game. And again, he did that instantly. And that was a little bit scary, and that got things moving. But then again, you can't ignore that there's literally $500 billion of value has disappeared from NVIDIA overnight. That doesn't happen because of a trade war. If anything, the logic was that trade war, NVIDIA would be safe, right? Everybody's logic was, oh yeah, if Donald Trump monopoly Mag 7 and everybody go buy Mag 7, yes or no? So you can't conflict those two. That's why I'm saying it's not, and this is why everyone's freaking out, because the thing you thought would kind of save you, it just got a threat. But then, yeah, you're like, well, what about the tariff thing? It's like, no, we're just in a weird middle ground right now. And then, we're going to have to inch towards it as volatility goes up. Let's see. Trump is going to say something. I tell you, who's DeepSeek? Who's deep? I'll sanction India. China, I don't care. You tell me who. I don't care about DeepSeek. I have Sam Altman. He's a little weird. He's a little weird guy. I'm not going to lie. He's a shorty. He's like Josh, 2 feet tall. He has something to prove with $1 trillion. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't care about any DeepSeek. I'll give you a deep tariff. How about that? Exactly. So we'll find out, man. But either way, you have to like the video. That's the point. That's good. That's good. That you think Sam is a girl? That's your criticism of Sam Altman? You should go look him up. If your only criticism is Sam Altman is a girl's name, I don't, because this weekend I saw a motherfucker driving a Pagani telling me that we need to alter the social contract. So I don't know about you, but that's probably my big criticism. Because I can't judge anybody. I got some nice cars, but like I don't drive around. I don't drive around telling you to alter the social contract in my Bill of Rights for the damn AI development. What? So that'd be my criticism. I'll be like, nah, that's crazy. So we'll see, man. We'll see. What does that mean? It means he hates you. He hates you. That's what it means. That's how I interpreted it. All right, NVIDIA came down a little bit, but again, nothing's moving premium-wise. Market just taking a cash open. That's it. All you did was have cash open buy, and now you're chilling. Because of the reasoning model, I'm a bit misinformed. No, I think you're late. I already discussed it, so that's very rude for you to call me misinformed. Because I've been tweeting this from the weekend. I've been live for already like 2 hours, but I think you missed my discussion on that. But I think I have addressed it quite accurately. So good luck, but thank you. How much time you buy on the play? Oh, I don't. We'll talk about it on the watch list or likes, my brother. Or if you have the stream alerts, you already got one. One of them got clapped already, but I think it'll be good. And then we have some other ones that I think position good. But like I said, the real advantage is going to be monitoring my play and buying them if they get clapped. So again, even on the watch list, you'll have an advantage. I memean, listen, let the tech. We've talked about all of it. I've given you both sides of the story, and at the end of the day, like I'm telling you something nobody on Wall Street is telling you right now. Let them argue about benchmarks. Let them argue about China being propaganda. Let them argue about everything, my brother. The part that is scary beyond any of it is the fact that the world is adopting it. That's it, man. Welcome to Wall Street. Fuck that. Welcome to Silicon Valley. They only care about adoption, bro. What are you guys saying right now? You know what? I'm serious. Nobody on Wall Street, even all of the Bloombergs, nobody's bringing this up, man. That's the scary part right now. It's exactly. Look at TikTok. Look at everything. Red Note. That's it. The real reason OpenAI surged is because they had more users adopted than any tech app in history. And now you have a Chinese app doing the same. That's it. That's the part that people don't like deep down. That's the part that is very bearish. Everything else is tossed up in the air. Let everybody, talk about it. But when it's all said and done, you can't ignore it's the #1 app in the App Store right now, and it's technology and adoption that we're talking. Woo! And then you got the peach on that note, baby. There you go. That's the cherry or the peach on top, some would say. Hold on, let's go. Well, that's what I'm saying. This was 3 weeks old. Everybody knew there was going to be competition. Everybody knew there would be a cheap alternative eventually. This just happened fast. But what put them on notice is all of the user downloads and the adoption. Are you guys following my logic here? Because that's the point I think everybody is leaving out. And I don't think I've seen too many people discuss it. So I would love to be the first guy to tell you and make sure, but I'm telling you, it's adoption. That's the part that's scary. That's the part freaking people in Silicon Valley and Wall Street out. Let me put it another way. If DeepSeek was number 20 in the App Store right now, would we be having this conversation? No, it would be the same story as 3 weeks ago. We would just be saying, oh, yeah, deep. And then all of the bullish comments, all of the upgrades would be like, yeah, well, that you're right. And what are you talking? Because no one's using it. How are you going to tell me there's a threat to AI if nobody is using it? Right? But now you're telling me millions of people in the world are using it. I don't give a fuck what it is. You have a problem now until that changes. That's what's getting them worried. Silicon Valley has built unicorns off of user adoption. They have built valuations off of losing money only having users. And you're telling me the China app now, fuck everything, they have users, bro. That's the problem with all of this. So I rest my case. I don't know the answer yet, but I do know that that is a problem. And then we're going to find out where it leads. That's why I'm telling you, there's good and there's bad with all of it. The cost efficiency is good, but the cost efficiency might be bullish for us in the long run. You see where I'm saying? Don't everyone trying to argue, everybody trying to get in the middle of this shit and prove how smart they are, I think is very simple. There's a lot of user adoption. I'm not yelling. You're just sensitive, brother. It's okay. I'm excited. I like information. I love this. Ask anybody who's watched me for years. Oh, I fucking love this shit, bro. So that's all I'm saying, man. So I just want you educated. That's why I'm saying I want you more informed than the average Joe. If you listen to me, I want you to have top tier info. I want you to have it early. And like I'm saying, I want you to be educated. I've given you the info. We've talked about the models, the hardware, why this is good and bad, the bullish, the bearish. I want you to have the info. And like I'm saying, everybody is just leaving out this whole user adopt. It's number one in the App Store, bro. That's the problem that we have right now. So, hey, man, Romeo started class. Let's go, baby! Good work, Romeo. Long term. Save 10%. I know your dad already got you covered, baby. Hey, man. Woo! First time in a while you disagree. Well, listen, I have zero problem if you disagree. I encourage you to give me a counter argument just without any of the fucking BS. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me names. If we respectfully have a discussion, this is a great platform to put out both theories. I'm okay with that. You get what I'm saying? So disagree, yeah, just like adults. Leave everything, all the nonsense aside. I would love to hear your counter, but that's my counter right now to a lot of what everybody is kind of putting out there. I think this could end up being bullish, but like I'm saying, for now, our problem is user adoption. They're like T2. I am back home. Yeah, I was on the farm this weekend, bro. I had a chill ass weekend, bro. All right, and then bonds started moving up. Apple, NVIDIA is selling now. Oh shit, did our puts go up? No, they just scammed us. Yeah, that's it. So they scammed us, clapped all the puts. Stock drops $4. Puts are still the same price now. So, again, that's going to be the problem. But, again, if we make a real solid move, they'll start to go up. I don't own the farm. I was just looking at them. But then I ended up staying at one, and then we made a good weekend out of it. All the start. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, whatever this is, I mean, we don't know. I think we're still early. This is the first step. But just remember what we talked about. If you've watched the watch list, you are very prepared. Because this whole idea of humiliation turning into exuberance, we talked about it. And we talked about exuberance flipping to humiliation. That's where the China stuff comes into play. That was my joke, bro. I said, this is all your guys' fault. You know that? You had Americans using Red Note for 1 week. And now China got a supercomputer, bro. Doc-N DeepSeek integration. So, again, a couple of people already putting this out. Yeah, Doc-N is up 2.5. That's going to be the hype play on it. Again, Holo and JD or JG, those were the other ones. So, again, now you got Doc-N related to that. Let's see. Yeah, Doc-N, we'll see though. Again, I already got one of the smaller ones. But yeah, these will get high. This is gonna be like trading a meme coin. Just keep that in mind. Any of the small caps, That's what you got to look at. All right, bonds did wake up as NVIDIA sold off. Take note of that. That's why I'm saying there's more of a reaction in the last 24 hours to risk assets than the bonds in the dollar or anything else. That's why I'm saying just take note. NVIDIA dumps, motherfuckers are buying bonds. That's a fear reaction, but it's very, very small for now. YOBO again. Dockan, you got that follow-up. eBay and OpenAI. Well, yeah, even China, though. I think China really, that's it. Assuming Trump doesn't hurt them with tariffs now, if China starts getting involved in the tech discussion, no bad tariffs. I mean, then oil down. That's it. I just need oil down, to be honest. Then China's going to be good. Yeah, Nike did move again. Dockan getting a headline there with a DeepSeek. You're going to get a couple of those. ZQZ? I think that's going to be related to the AI. Again, the fear is getting people. Enough fear will change Powell. I mean, some of you know, you've watched me for a long time. You've watched Jerome Powell. Hey, maybe the politics says don't cut rates, but ask Jerome Powell anytime a big enough sell-off, a big enough risk-off, he's going to run to liquidity. I mean, let me put it this way. The last time you had a black swan, within about 1 week, Jerome Powell unleashed $200 billion in a loan facility. Again, and they chilled out on rate cut odds as well. So I think a little bit of deflation in tech. Powell will fold as easy. Powell will fold faster than NVIDIA, damn it. But yeah, actually, NVIDIA is better than Powell, I think. Yeah, healthcare, anything. Bro, your long-term is green right now. I mean, that's it. At the end of the day, if this keeps happening, I mean, this is just... You were the dumbass who bought value. That's all I could say. Maybe you look like a dumbass. I don't know how. Yeah, the long term's up almost 1%. So NASDAQ down almost 4 or 3. SPY down 2. Your long term is hitting a new all-time high because, again, we've just bought names that were down. We did not buy NVIDIA, and then we only got our Meta when it was down. Even Intel, our chip stock wasn't the one that was up a lot. So, God willing, that continues, but in a weird way, if this is an AI-driven sell-off, your long-term might love it, to be honest with you. And that's what I was telling you the other day. Just think, if AI really does develop all the bullish shit everyone's talking, some of these value names, like, they will benefit if they did it. Yeah, Constellation. Dude, the energy thing's a big deal. I think energy, that's the thing. Energy is probably the most bearish out of all of this. We could talk about adoption all day, but if there is a more efficient development, then you won't really need that much energy. You see what I'm saying? So that I think really energy is the loser after if this starts, especially if this gets more traction. Well, that's good. These are the downsides. If you had NVIDIA early and it grew large, when it comes down, you pay for it. But hopefully, like I was always telling you guys, if you have a crazy position, we had Meta, right, and Netflix, go buy the other stuff. That's the door open for you. Yeah, Dow is green earlier. Even the Russell was damn green. SPY trying to go up. Again, China names doing good. Couple of the hype plays, I mean, they're not getting too much traction. NVIDIA is still at the low, but the rest of the market is doing good. So again, I mean, chips are struggling. Everything else is running. Look at the high ticker right now. Let me get you a checkup here. We're just shy of 1 hour. A good price for NVIDIA. I'll show you in a second. So S&P, this is kind of crazy. You have 342 names in the green, 160 in the low. So again, this is NVIDIA impact. You have more names on the SPY that are in the green. NASDAQ 100, 50 in the green, 42 in the red. Dow Jones, 20 in the green, 10 in the red. So yeah, bro. I don't know any other way to put this. but most of the market is up right now. This is just tech. Feel like this is an obvious buy day. I think it's going to go both ways. I mean, I haven't shared with you my plays, but I played both ways. I did not only go in one direction. So I think there's volatility, and I think there's going to be an opportunity on both sides. I just think we are literally in the middle of it right now. And like I'm saying, there's going to be some who pull away and some who don't. And then the sad part about all of this, you guys realize this is happening on the biggest week of earnings. I have no idea. Dude, that's what makes this terrible for plays right now. Because now every play still has an embedded earnings premium. And then whatever happens on these earnings is still going to move it another couple of percent. So I don't think it's going to be easy in any one direction because of earnings in the next 2 days. No, literally 40% of the S&P is reporting this week. So now you have one of the biggest sell-offs, biggest value wipeout since COVID, and now it's happening on the biggest week of earnings. So welcome to 2025. I mean, selling options, but if you get blown, just be careful. Don't get blown out. Make sure it's a spread. I would not. That's what I'm saying. It's you don't really know. That's the problem. And then you have Jerome Powell. You have the powder keg is already blew up today, but that's why I'm like, we just still kind of have a couple of follow-up catalysts. So point is, don't think it's going to be easy. That's all I'm telling you to get your head on a swivel. Even my plays, I'm already in both ways. And I told you from the beginning, with the volatility, you could still lose on both ways. So you got to watch out for that. DeepSeek has been broken. I mean, yeah, a lot of people have been on it. Today's the best opportunity to buy. I mean, yes and no. Because can I talk my shit again? Because I have something to say. I don't know if you guys want. I don't want to rub it in anybody's face. I genuinely don't. But like, this isn't the time to buy. Like, the time to buy is what I've been telling you guys for a year almost. You know, the time to buy was all of the 100 value names that were cheaper than they've ever been. Because everybody wanted to gamble. Everybody wanted NVIDIA. You know what I'm saying? Like, the time to buy was, I think our portfolio shows it. So it's not like, oh, yeah, now's the time. Let's take a 10% discount and go buy tech that's still up 1,000%. No, like, the time to buy is like the good quality names that have been around for 100 years that are trading at multi-decade lows. Those are the time. Like, that is the point, because when this shit happens and everything rotates, you're going to look back and be like, wow, they were really cheap, but we were just, we wanted the expensive hype stuff. That's it. And that's where I'm like, there is a buying opportunity today, and I'm sure you're going to find it, but don't fool yourself in the sense that the answer is diversification. The value buy is the other. It's not just NVIDIA. It's not just tech. But then don't go buy your value up 10% now. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's the point where this gets tricky, because then everyone's like, oh, I'm going to go buy value. No, well, be careful now, because now we're in the middle of the rotation or volatility. The examples I posted on my Twitter, Real Cult News, at the end of last year, I posted 100 names on the S&P 500, 20% relatable to the economy of the United States, names everybody knows about, and I posted all of them on Twitter. They were all down anywhere from 1% to 80%. And those were the names that I said if you should probably start on, let alone the names that we bought from Baba, Baidu, and Whirlpool and everything else. So that's why I'm like, and I think there's more, but just don't forget diversification and value. Yeah, UPS. I love that one. I didn't buy UPS, but I wanted that one a lot. There's still really good names out there. I agree. They might be a little bit more expensive after today, but like I'm saying, I mean, it's just don't forget about that. You're going to hate it when tech rips again. So when tech rips again, you're going to think I'm a dumbass. But in these moments, you're going to look like a genius. Do you get what I'm saying? That's it. Your risk is underperforming. It's not going to be losing if you're buying good value. Unless you buy the shit ones like MPW. But even then, they came up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Meta green. That's good. I told you my calls were green on that from the morning. The Teslas came back down, or the TLTs, excuse me, but we made those free right off the jump. That was good. I mean, you could have a lot of it. Dude, we'd have what? Like, we got a decent amount of Meta and Netflix. Like, it's not like we don't have tech. But the problem, or what we did, is when our tech went crazy, instead of chasing it, we just let that work and then bought value. That's it. That's literally all it is. So I don't care if someone has 15% NVIDIA, all power to you. But that's if you bought it cheap and let it grow. But I'm not really, you know, I would have taken any NVIDIA meta gains and used that as an opportunity to go just buy cheap value and balance it out for a moment like this. NVIDIA TSM flushing. I'm not saying sell a portion of Meta. No, I actually never say to sell. This is what I've said for a while, because we bought Meta at 90, but instead of kept buying it with my deposits, I've told you guys this this is why I don't even sell Meta. I told you guys every single time what I'm going to do is if I get a big runner, instead of like, I'm going to let it grow, and instead of chasing it, I'm going to go and buy value names. That's why I bought those cheap value names while Meta kept going up. Yeah, all value is loving today. But yeah, so like 5% of our portfolio is Meta. The other 4.6 is Netflix. So literally Meta and Netflix alone is 10% of our portfolio. But it doesn't hurt us as much because we have a lot of gain. And then instead of buying more, we bought the value. So that's where I'm saying it's like you could have tech, but it's just like when it starts to go nuts, like you could either try to get greedy and triple up, or you use that to go buy dividends and value and then let time work its way out and balance it. Oil flushing is good, but the Meta 52-week high. Meta's killing it now. So I'm glad we still have those. They killed the calls, and now the calls are coming back up. Yeah, I'm up 60% on those other Metas now. Those actually never went down. Holy shit. Yeah, Meta's kind of a behemoth. 4.1 earthquake in southeast of York Harbor, Maine. Yeah, oil. I want oil down. I want oil to fucking plummet. I'm sorry, all my oil people in here. But, oil's dropping. Let me see if there's a headline. But, again, oil going down that's what you need right now. You felt the earthquake in Boston? Oh, shit. That's crazy. Yeah, Amazon going up now next. Again, China name's already up there. NVIDIA, see if it... SPY hitting a new high. Bonds at the low. You did? You felt it? Oh, shit. Damn, usually you guys don't feel the earthquake. Yeah, there's an earthquake in Maine. Some of the chads in here saying they felt it. Wild. Enphase, I made it free the other day because it was related to the Trump stuff, but I don't know where they fit in. Honestly, it's still doing pretty good. I guess solar energy, but I think energy is going to do bad, but I think cheap, dirty energy is what we kind of want to see. Oh, DeepSeek restricts registration to China phone numbers only. Whoa. So there you... But that's... I don't know, man. That's not good. Because that just sounds like they're growing really fast, bro. This is just like the crypto. You're going to hear what you want to hear, bro. You guys get that, right? So if you're bearish or bullish, that headline, you're going to hear what you want, but literally they are restricting all of that stuff right now. Yeah, that means they're growing like crazy, but then everybody's already, I don't know how to take that. Everyone's going to hear what they want, bro. That's crazy. Maybe I think they're doing it to avoid crashing. So then some people will be happy, like, haha, China only. See, it's over. And then the other half of people is still going to be like, nah, like it's growing too fast. This is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. Sounds like they need more. You're going to hear what you want, man. This is wild. Oh, man. Let's see. I'm seeing the tag. Can you still use email? I think. Try it. China to accept citizens in U.S. illegally after Trump threats. That's 7 hours ago. Someone just sent me that. They're doing it to avoid getting slapped because their terms of service. Yeah, maybe they might have just grown too much. Too much heat, bro. They just brought down $455 billion of the stock market. All right, just NVIDIA alone. I think they grew too fast. I don't think they could handle it. That's it. That's my take. But again, I think people are going to take it bullish and bearish all at the same time. The Colombian tariff war, I think, is 30% of today. It wasn't good. It had some negative things, and I think it kind of hinted at Mexico and some like scary China or Trump policy. But I genuinely believe most of today is the DeepSeek stuff. Would I recommend using margin for long-term pickups? I recommend using margin for long-term pickups as often as I recommend going on your credit card to donate to my channel. So not too often. I don't think ever. But there will be a moment in life on this stream where you will watch me go with margin on the long term. But at that point, nobody's going to want a long term. Do you understand? So for now, I would say that's an easy answer of no. But one day in the future, I don't know when, I'm going to margin the shit out of my long term at the bottom, and nobody is going to want to buy the bottom, but that will be your moment, okay? I'll give you that. That's how I, God willing, but that's how I view that moment. And then Google and Meta now, they keep going. NVIDIA is the only one struggling. So in a weird way, the money did get pulled. Money pulled out of NVIDIA is either going to bonds or Amazon or the other part of tech. How will you know the bottom? I won't know the bottom, but I feel like I'll know when I'm in the neighborhood. Like, I don't know the exact address, but I could get there just off, you know what I'm saying? Like, once we're in the neighborhood, but I don't think we're close to it now. So that's why when we're in the neighborhood, we'll know. It is, and China too. I'd be careful though. China might still have some negative stuff, but this is all bullish for China. So I do hope Baidu and the bunch do go crazy. I bought a little bit of margin on COVID, and I made some big positions. I was gonna do big Eli Lilly, but I went with Bitcoin. That's the part. Remember the other day, homie was reminding me of my Snapchat plays, and he was like, why didn't you buy AMD? And then I told you about everything else. But then a lot of people pleasantly forgot that we bought Bitcoin live on stream And I told everybody at $10,000 in COVID. So that was the one that we went really big on. And then we went really big on individual names. But I only used a little bit of margin. I don't think that was like as crazy then, but we did know we kind of had some opportunity. Yeah, 10K Bitcoin on stream live. Everybody got it. Some of you got. We did $200 Ethereum. But yeah, that was one of those moments as well. But that's what I was saying. That's what made me content at the moment, and why I was like, I don't want fucking Dogecoin, and I don't want, expensive tech. Like, we had certain things doing it for us. No, that was 2020. It was in August 2020 when we bought the Bitcoin one. I remember it changed a lot of people's lives. I vividly remember a lot of people, because then it quickly went up to 30 or 40 after that. It wasn't that, you didn't have to wait that long. Yeah, you can't do DeepSeek signups anymore. That was just the headline that came out. Yeah, the stock buyback is there. That's it. Everyone can start buying back their stock now, too. That's the other part. So maybe that's why we have such a big cash open. The buyback window is available for most companies now. I held the whole back on Bitcoin. I sold out of Bitcoin, and I told everybody at like 64,000 or 67 at the first top in 2022. And then I used it to flip a house. And then sadly, I never got back in, but that was the plan. I should have for the YouTube money, but I didn't. And then I missed out, and now I cry myself to sleep looking at my old Bitcoin. They're just killing. NVIDIA is the only one moving on this. I missed Dogecoin by buying Bitcoin. Yeah, but it helped me make $1 million in a month. So I have no complaints. I mean, it may have been better for some of you. Maybe it wasn't, but I ended up getting it somewhere else. So that's power to diversification. Amen. And you can watch it. I have a video on the trading fraternity, how I made $1 million in a month from all of what I just told you. Legitimate. It was actually 1.6 million realized profit. Oh no, it was just a mix of crypto and real estate all in a month, and it all started from a 50,000 and that's what happened. We had $50,000, I think, in the crypto when I did that August 2020 stuff, and then that's what happened there. I am a narcissist, yes, so that's not that offensive to call me that. I'm a big narcissist. I make people pay money and like videos to listen to me, so I'm a huge narc. But then again, I think there's bigger problems in the world. I did not get criminally charged. Actually, I think I'm one of the only YouTubers who never took government money. So I thought that was wrong. And to this day, I've never taken a PPP loan. I've never taken a small business loan. I've never done any of that. So I don't know. I think some people have done things that could be charged for that I have not ever done. But yeah, I never participated in any of that too. So, and I think I'm probably one of the only ones. I've never really sold a course. I never sold you guys. We have stuff you could buy, but yeah, I've never sold you a Webull, a FTX. They offered me $250,000. I said no, that's not okay. But yeah, but I feel you. So but be careful, pay attention. But yeah, I think a lot of people are narcissists, but I'm fine with that. After my ex called me a narcissist, I learned a lot, so then after that, yeah. Alrighty. I think everybody's been called a narcissist. Well, I do it for free, but lately, again, people have been giving me a lot of disrespect for my religious beliefs and my view of this country. So we do go members only for anything about that. So, but most of the day is free now. But the other part, and I don't want to, you know, I take my own private time now. I don't have a deal with Carl Jr. Yibo. Hebo, or what's Yibo? I feel like they're going to say something with DeepSeek. This is like a weird version of the FTX days. Crypto's going, you got the meme coins, it's a different dynamic, but yeah, man, it's always there. We talked about DeepSeek and tech on the watch list. You kind of missed a lot already. So I'll try to like work it in, but this is all we've been talking about. Again, it's been probably one of the biggest days here in a while. And then this is just a very, very important development. It's actually insane. And then they just shut down DeepSeek for new registration. So that was like right around here. Bonds, a couple things are moving. So that's kind of what we're waiting for. You got a little bit of weak data, but we're not really reacting to that anymore. And then now we're waiting on a couple of things. It shouldn't be too big. And then remember, you have Jerome Powell as well as a couple Donald Trump trade updates this week. And then we're going to be navigating NVIDIA and DeepSeek Town. You could still sign up on DeepSeek on email. Oh, really? Can you guys? I'm not going to encourage you to go download Chinese propaganda, but if it works for you, let me know. Let me know if you can still sign up on email. That's not a recommendation, but if you want to let me know if it works, that'd be cool. But that's a personal decision, you know. That is a personal decision. So people are already trying to ask DeepSeek about Tiananmen Square. It doesn't work. You ask it about a famous picture with a man with grocery bags. I know, but then I can't lie to you though. This doesn't mess with me anymore. We literally 6 months ago watched OpenAI tell you that the Civil War was fought by people in Google. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I've seen this thing tell me that Joe Biden is God on OpenAI. So ours do the same exact thing, unfortunately. That's why it's kind of funny that it don't hit the same when you're just like, well, yeah, I would definitely be like, wow, look, but I watched in real time OpenAI and U.S. censorship on their AIs do the exact same thing. Yeah, literally, it wouldn't write me anything about Joe Biden, and it would make fun of Trump. But now, and then you ask it about Tiananmen Square, and you're surprised it doesn't show. Like, no, that's not what we're arguing about right now. It's about the price and user adoption. Yeah, bro, Meta is ripping. That's crazy. You got out of a multiple-month coma? Oh, my. Where have you been? Email me. I hope you're okay, bro. But be careful, too. Yosh is in full effect. So, I'd hate for you to, literally get out of a coma. And you're like, why is Josh acting so crazy? You know what I'm saying? So, make sure you're going to have to catch up on a couple of things, bro. But I'm glad you're here. That's a wild story. Yeah, man. You love Yosh? Okay, good. Because I don't want you to be... You'll be like, what just happened? You gonna think you in another timeline? I don't want you tripping out. What's my Twitter handle? I have no idea. I had a dream last night that there was a Twitter handle scrolling across the screen, but then in my dream, people kept asking me, and they couldn't see it. In a dream when you scream and no one hears your scream in the dream. That's what this felt like, because I had the Twitter scrolling across the screen in my dream, and I was yelling it, but no one could hear me. And then it was a weird dream, dude. I don't know how to describe it. It was odd. It was no, for real, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? The screaming and and then you feel like you're running in place. That's exactly what happened, but with my Twitter on the screen. That's exactly what happened in my dream. You had the same dream too? Wow. DeepSeek. What? Mm-hmm. I know the soundless. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm glad that one connected with y'all. Amen. Because you know exactly what I mean. Mm-hmm. It's the worst. All right. All right, bonds came back up. Meta ripped. Apple, a couple of big tech did good. Again, half of the market, if not most of the market, is up. So it's not, again, I just think NVIDIA has is weighing down there a lot. Twilio, remember, they had the earnings guidance on Friday. They're still going. Now you got Nike. Again, pseudo-China play. Do I think banks are a good play? They could be. They're just up a lot. Wait for deregulation stuff, Basel III. Again, even if bond rates could come down. But again, if bond rates come down, that's going to open a lot of industry. So banks are our main focus since Trump. But again, they're still elevated from the first time we did it. The China music video from yesterday, that was Higher Brothers. It's a song called Made in China. Would you guys like to see it? I've showed you guys this back in the day. Because, again, I have a couple of good China friends. One of my good friends is from China, and he shows me a lot of cool stuff. And one thing I really appreciate, believe it or not, I love Chinese rap. You know, a lot of people don't know Chinese rap is a real thing. Just like people's react, they're like, "What? Chinese people can make AI? What?" They said the same thing about Chinese people rapping. So here it is. This is what I tweeted yesterday. This was the NASDAQ and the NVIDIA last night. This was this is a real-time view. This is my favorite Chinese rap song. Yeah, it's a full-blown rap song. China, yeah, that's it. That's what NVIDIA read. They're like, it's all made in China. She lied. It's so fire, bro. Mm-hmm. They made it without NVIDIA. They lie. They lie. Oh, man. It's a good song, bro. It's a good song. All right. Well, SPY at VWAP, Twilio, Nike. Again, high ticker's still moving, man. Even Meta says, "Skirp. I'm getting ready for earnings, sir." All right. NVIDIA coming down. I need to go to the potty. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity.
Actually spending some
and then real Colt News on
the
Twitter.
The question is someone else going to come in and say, we don't need to spend that much?
But if we think about kind of the policy implications of all this, we've been restricting exports of NVIDIA chips, the most advanced NVIDIA chips, in order to prevent this type of competition, whereby if this were, and again, there are a lot of unknowns, but if this were built on an open source Llama product, which has been open all along. I mean, how do you control for that? And then how do you protect,
the answer is,
if the goal is to protect USAI, how do you do that?
The answer is maybe you can't. And the other question is, and again, we don't know if they were using these cheaper and less powerful NVIDIA GPUs that they are allowed to use, or if they kind of smuggled in the best GPUs. That we don't know either. We're kind of going off rumors and speculation here now. Eunice Yoon, our colleague over in China, she was saying they're cheering over there. They're loving this reaction to this Chinese homegrown startup that created this. Look what it's doing to NVIDIA. Look what it's doing to Broadcom. Look what it's doing to Micron.
Although the bright spot that a lot of folks are pointing out today, I mean, Snowflake's in the green.
Yeah, Apple's in the green.
CRM's doing well. A lot of comparisons to what Linux did for software and eventually for the cloud.
Yeah. And by the way, so much of what computing that we use every single day, guys, wouldn't be possible without Linux, without people building on top of Linux. And that's what they're extrapolating this from. They're saying, okay, wow, Linux was able to do this and enable software from, the screen you use on the back of your Delta flight to choose what movie you want to watch, all the way down to an Android phone. That is what the idea, maybe this has cracked that code that you do not need to invest that much. That's where the fear is coming from. Still plenty of reason to be skeptical. I'll believe it when I see it, but it really does. I mean, I've been playing with DeepSeek all weekend. It works well. It
works
really
well.
does
And
work.
no security concerns?
I put my phone number in there. I put my social security number in there. Right? That's what you're supposed to do, right?
And Kovac's going to disappear tomorrow.
No, security concerns, of course. Yeah. And like when I signed up for it, I signed up using the Apple sign-in, which kind of scrambles your email address and things like that. With TikTok, I'm super scared of some of this kind of stuff. So take some caution. Don't just tell it everything. Also, you should there is a censorship thing here too. You can't ask it about Tiananmen Square.
He's going to tell everything, even if you don't tell it to tell everything. What are you saying?
That even Gemini can't even do some of that kind of stuff.
That's not how Chinese spyware works, sir.
It doesn't know.
That's not. TikTok is staring at my eyeballs right now. TikTok know everything about me that I didn't tell it. What do you mean? This DeepSeek, you going, just don't tell it anything. What do you mean? It's on your computer. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness, bro. This is going to be fun. This is crazy. Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's people are already making jokes. It's very, I mean, let me put it this way. If you were worried about TikTok privacy, I don't even think I need to finish this sentence, bro. But like, yeah, I don't know. If you were worried about like TikTok taking your data, do you know how this is a AI? This is not. Yeah, man, I don't know. I think this was going to be a little bit more. I think hypothetically speaking, China probably has half of everybody's crypto keys now, or it's if it's on your computer and you downloaded it, I'm assuming that China owns half of the crypto keys now in the world, depending on user adoption. But other than that, yeah, we'll see. Cold storage, baby. That's it. CCP friendly. All right, NVIDIA going lower. AI could crap crypto keys soon. Hey man, one fear at a time. Today is the bubble bursting on AI, but we'll get to that one later. We'll get to the quantum down the line, but for now, we're still trying to figure out the DeepSeek and why everybody keeps downloading this. I know that was my first reaction to DeepSeek. When you asked me on Friday, my first reaction, I was like, I know a dude named DeepSeek. That was my first reaction, and then, oh man, who would have thought it would have became the number one apps on the App Store in that weekend? I mean, you'll get a Trump pump eventually. I'm sure we're going to hear from him. He's scheduled even in March. I think even tomorrow or early February he made a schedule thing. And then NVIDIA is still struggling now, so watch out. SPY was able to advance. Every other name got a bid. Even Meta was able to go red to green, even despite their AI exposure. But again, they're on Llama, large language model, but now all the other things are starting to move. So get ready. Calls on NVIDIA are the same price as here, pretty much. And then the puts are still down, but it is at a low. It either flushes or it's going to bounce. Bounce from here, kill premium, or you do 120 flush, and then that's it. It'll just be down all day. So again, it could still bounce, but at this point, it's either going to keep going or not, because it's been about an hour, give or take, an hour and a half from Cash Open, and Cash Open brought in a lot of money. A lot of money moved to bonds, and then a couple of the Mag 7 was able to attract money, but you're still down 2.7. All right. It's all made in China. Oh. right, get ready for watch what NVIDIA does here. Again, a couple of other tech names are moving. Still got Twilio. They got a little bit of hype from the other thing, the earnings, and they are still kind of AI link. Where's Broadcom? Broadcom's still going. That's another chip down 14. ARM is starting to sell off. AMD. So yeah, every chip name just already last 5 minutes. Part of that sell there. It's all chips right now because you got other things going up. Ubisoft to close 200 jobs in UK and Germany. It's 2 minutes old. Oracle, yeah, Oracle had great news over the weekend. But yeah, and then again, a little green candle on NVIDIA here at the bottom. See what happens. SPY below VWAP. You're right, pretty much. That first level we hit at the cash open. So haven't done much. Today is not about the Japanese carry trade. I don't know. I think a lot of people got worried about that a couple days ago because of the Japanese rate hike, but I am not seeing the same fear that I've heard people talk about. I don't think this has anything to do with Japan. Let me put this another way. Japan bond rates have gone lower in that time frame. That doesn't make any sense. So like I told you, I gave you a early signal. What is this? Meta rolling out one-of-one conversation to Meta AI on Facebook and Messenger for Android, iOS, and US and Canada. But like I told you guys, the real thing that you got to watch out for, it's going to be if Japan bond yields crack. So again, even August in that carry trade, I mean, it kind of had to relate to, this was the first time leading into it, you had the bond yields break above 1, and then they wouldn't go down. So right now, I really think it's getting above 125 and then into 1.5. That's what cracks the yen. But for now, I think people are buying the yen out of safe haven. Again, you just found out your U.S. trade is a little shaky. A lot of money hasn't been, again, a humiliation trade is the yen. It's a safe haven. It just hasn't been for a couple of years, but a tech reaction like that, I think, brought demand in. So I don't attribute the yen strength right now to any sort of, I don't attribute it to any sort of big NVIDIA candle. Again, you had that Meta one-of-one thing, but I don't attribute the yen right now to that. Yeah, NVIDIA flush, bonds went straight up. Again, NVIDIA was at the low, thought it was going to chill, but you got a pretty big candle. Let's see. Someone said Trump is live. It might be an old one. Let me know if you see Trumpito. You're opting for the long term instead of 401k. They're the same thing. 401k will just offer you better tax benefits with different liquidity, or access to the money. But again, way better tax benefits on a 401. Yeah, I don't think Trump is live. You're probably watching an old feed. So NVIDIA, bro, my puts won't go up. So I went the far. We need a gap down on those probably, or you need real fear. And then bonds, literally any sort of chip sell off, it won't take the bonds up, but it's getting them there. Oh yeah, so this is how I'm gonna buy NVIDIA because you guys keep asking me. I've always said this, have I not? Ozempic is the AI of healthcare. I think Ozempic and AI are the same thing. I know they're not the same, but follow dumb guy logic here for a second, okay? Because the smart guys told you to buy NVIDIA at the highest point in history. So we're going to overlay NVO with NVIDIA, okay? So I want this. Before I could ever contemplate it, I want it to kind of, because they made the same exact move almost. NVIDIA had more future growth, all of it, but I would want NVIDIA to give up a year or 2 years of gains. So just like how we bought NVO. So pretty much you give me NVIDIA at $80. 80 post split, I'll buy it. Anything else, that's all. I won't even consider it. I need a multi-year discount. Otherwise, you guys, that's all you make. I already have the value. I don't give a fuck. My Meta went up, so we got good value. We stack up a little cash, so yeah. I clearly have no problem missing out. I think I've shown you that. So it's up to you, but I think $80 is where I'd consider it. Anything above that, I don't really think I'm not that excited, you know? I haven't made Meta free. Did it go 100%? I think it only went 60. The TLTs are back up to 100. Yeah, it's 92% on the Metas. We have 2 of them too. So I'll wait a little bit, but yeah, I'm going to plan to make them free. We got good time on that. How does this affect gold? That depends on what the dollar does. I don't know how AI is going to affect gold, but gold, there should be a lot. Is it smart to sell off my crypto to pay off credit card debt that's 0%? I mean, what do you want to do? So, because I think you just answered the question yourself. You literally have no cost to hold that debt, but I deep down, I think you have another motive. I'm not saying that negatively. I say that as someone who could help you and, let's cut through the bullshit. But I feel like you have another motive. It's not to pay off 0% debt because no one's like, my 0% interest is killing me. So why do you want to sell your crypto? That's what I say. I was like, you want a reason to sell crypto. But the whole point of the long term, I like paying off debt, and I don't think you should have a lot of debt. But you got to, like I'm saying, what was your plan when you bought it, and how are you going to balance that out? The bonds are chill already, but we just need to get away from the danger zone. Like, it's kind of like, when you get sick, and then you feel terrible and, like, the worst ever, and then you kind of start to feel better, but then, like, you're still kind of got the stuffy nose and stuff. That's what the bonds remind me of right now. The bonds aren't as sick as they were a week ago because that was getting bad, but they're feeling a little better. But I still think it's contagious, and I don't think you could go back to work yet. So you need the bonds to just come off the lows, get away from 5, let the narrative chill out a little bit, let the dollar cool down. That's how the dollar chills. But if not, I don't think, like I've been saying, I've been telling you for a while, don't get comfortable because it's a nice move, but we're not out of there. So DeepSeek to ensure continued service, registration limited to 86 numbers. Existing users can log in as usual. So another DeepSeek one. That's crazy, bro. They really out here, bro. They really out here. No, email didn't work for you? Yeah. So they maybe, so again, SPY's coming down, but look at NVIDIA. Ever since we were talking about that little flush, now bonds have broken out. I mean, it took about an hour and a half, but it's borderline looking like the same exact trade from the morning. You had that little cash open, but now bonds are back to a high. NVIDIA back down to a low. The premiums haven't juiced yet, but I feel like eventually they will. We're going to find out here. We need 3. All starting to sell now, and SMCI. So the energy plays are still getting murked off. Again, dude, Constellation, it lost everything. That's crazy. Some of these moves are wild, bro. VST is down 27, Nancy's play. Yeah, bro, even Constellation. Again, the energy is the real loser because whether you think this is bullish or bearish, it just means less energy demand for AI. That's it, no matter what. No matter what, less energy demand is the answer on what just happened today. But they're already down 20. I don't even know if you could touch that. DeepSeek service degraded due to large-scale malicious attack? No. No way. A Chad needs to make a dating app for AIs to mingle. Oh, no. That's crazy. Bro, there's rumor that they're getting hacked right now. Bro, that's crazy. Yeah, they're like, dude, yeah, so rumor right now, they're even saying they've stopped signups. We think it's because of the users, and now they're saying that they're fucking DDoSing them pretty much. And then NVIDIA's down 15%. This is the lowest since October 3rd. That's crazy. Buy cheap AI, get cheap results. I mean, they got hacked, but yeah. Bro. This is crazy. EDU on the high. More of the China plays are going up. Again, a couple of the random ones. What's this? JL? J-Long Group. They probably got one. Again, it's hit or miss on these DeepSeek hype momentum plays. But that is crazy. What's the other one? JG? Yeah, they dropped. Let's see, Baba. Yeah, Baidu. All the China plays. Again, NVIDIA at the low, bro. NVIDIA. Well, Jensen called us stupid. So yesterday, somebody asked Jensen Huang, and they're like, how do you feel about the DeepSeek thing? And then he laughed, and he said, it's more of a reflection of the United States education system. So he called us stupid and said, fuck you, teachers. That's what the guy with the $50,000 alligator jacket that's what he said. Yeah, that's what he said. Oh, it was fake? I don't know. I heard people say it, but I haven't got a community note on that one. So maybe it is fake, but it doesn't surprise me if it was or wasn't. But Chad's already said, nah. I'm making a joke. Do you not get the joke, some of you? Okay, some of you. Clearly, you have way too much NVIDIA for me to make. I apologize. That's my fault. I bought Meta at 90 instead of NVIDIA. I apologize for cracking a joke at this time. It's a bad time. I should have read the room. My bad. I'm sorry for disrespecting your leader. I admire the alligator jacket, okay? I apologize. Forgive me. My bad. I didn't. I should have known. That's my fault. I take full responsibility. Yeah, it's coming out the wire. That rumor, I'm seeing it again. DeepSeek says they are subject to large-scale attack. You're going to hear that on like CNBC and shit next. DeepSeek, bro, it went from this is bullshit to #1 in the App Store. Futures down 2, then they're down by 5. And then you wake up and then they get so many users, they have to shut it down to China only. And then 20 minutes later now, they're saying that DeepSeek is getting hacked. So, yeah. Ta-da! Good morning. Yeah, heard it here live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. My goodness. It's a mix of, like, some of this seems like a script and premeditated, but then some of this just feels like genuine freak out. Like, them getting hacked is like, come on, bro, somebody's getting pissed right now because this is too much. I think everybody is tripping. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, so we had that hacking rumor 4 minutes ago. Damn. So, yeah, bro. This shit's developing because now the wires are just reporting the hacking, but geez, bro. This is no good. Is that what they're going to highlight? You have the software, but your hardware isn't secure. Oh, man. Yeah, bro, this is the biggest drop on NVIDIA since... And then Meta's loving it. I have a theory. I think Meta's going crazy because they are open. They're open source. I mean, Llama is open source, but maybe that's why like some people are trying to say Meta was used to make... But I'm shocked that Meta's up 2% right now. That's it. The only thing that would make sense is the Llama open source. But, yeah... So I don't know because Meta's killing it, bro. Yeah, Palantir. I don't think it'll affect Palantir that much. I mean, it'll probably help Palantir, yeah, but they're down 5 still. They got some of the hype. But it's funny because Meta's open source, but Meta also spent a lot on their GPUs and then that CapEx. there's just a lot of questions now. I mean, I just hope you guys see that. It'll be easy to jump to conclusions, but at the end of the day, just remember, this is still kind of early. I have the meta calls. We're up about 100%, 90 to 100 on all of those meta plays that we got last week. So I would make them free if I were you. Do whatever you want. But yeah, 100% on both of them, 107 on the other. TLT's up 100. My NVIDIA's got worked. But you didn't have 2,000 likes, so I never told you the plays. I don't know if I will hold meta calls. So your best bet is to stay on the stream or to watch the watch list for an update, or even better, look at your own account. And now that the plays are working, you could use them however you please with what's comfortable for your budget. That's the best thing you should be doing right now. I could pass you the ball, but don't worry if I want to do a 360 layup. You should figure out what would be the best way for you to score right now. You have a play up 100%. I would think about what you want to do. Don't think about, Josh or anything, because now thinking about Josh, that part's done. The play's up 100%. So that's what I would be doing right now. I would figure out your budget and plan. You may hit it, you may miss it, but that's about it, my friends. Oh, I'm not gassing myself up. You can't tell me I've been hyped from the get-go, my brother. I've been streaming since last week, bro. I be on a Friday, 6 hours. Y'all don't know. Flip the switch, baby. They don't know. So good morning. I'm excited to be here, man. Like the video. And if you want to be here after 10 o'clock, I would get a membership. So thank you. Don't worry about me balling. Worry about your layup. Well, no, I think you've misinterpreted that. I've said that for years. My job is to pass the ball, not score it. I hope one day my legacy is that of John Stockton rather than Kobe Bryant. Some of you understand that. I'm a natural-born point guard, okay? I am here to get you the ball. I could get you a nice pass, but you have to score it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say I'm the best. Look at what I do. I'm the best. I'm just saying that, I just gave you a bounce pass of meta last week on 2 different plays, and they're both up 100%. Don't look at me for another pass. Look at the basket and make a fucking bucket now. You see what I'm saying? Even the TLTs, like, I got you the setup. I could read the defense. I could tell you what I'm expecting. But you mean to tell? That's why I'm saying when my plays go down, you should look for the rebound and get them way cheaper, way better, and do amazing. Because then you could buy my plays down 70, 50, and then boom, closer to the money, you could win even if I lose. You see what I'm saying? But if you get the play that I hit on and it hits right away and it's going in there, you don't look at me to. I passed you the ball. You got to score that bitch. I can't tell you what to do. So, like, 3-pointer, layup. I don't know what you want to do, but yeah, you gotta start putting it to work there. So that's what I meant by that. I don't mean it to gas me up. I didn't mean it in an egotistical way at all. I'm just glad you guys got the pass. But in a game of basketball, I can pass you the ball, but you got to score it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you like the passes I give, but unfortunately, you don't get mad at me because I didn't tell you to shoot a 3-pointer if you had it wide open. Like, it's on you, bro. Amen. So yeah, one day I hope I'm John Stockton. That's my legacy, I hope. Amen. Most likely, even if they rent, but if they rent it, that means they'll probably get a good deal on the cheap ones. But I think it's also because they're LLM. Their large language model is open source. Yeah, due to large-scale attacks, we are temporarily limiting registrations. So now it went from limiting registrations, and now they're getting hacked, and now they're saying that's the reason why. You got news, OpenAI rolling out a program, and then you get tokens, like a token. This sounds like a pump fund rumor. But if there is OpenAI already released new shit after this, so we'll see. I think it is NVIDIA. The person who has the most to lose in all of this is Sam Altman and Jensen. I love John Stockton. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I hope they feel me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be Stockton, bro. Stockton. TSM flushing too. Again, you're still getting more drama on this situation. But yeah, Sam and Jensen, they're the ones who they got a lot at stake. It's still early though. Like I say, man, if there wasn't user adoption, I don't think we'd be having this conversation. I don't have a TSM play, no. If you guys get 4 more likes, I'll tell you my plays. We needed 2,000 to release the plays. I got worked on one of them, but I don't know. I'm feeling it. But yeah. All we need, 2 more likes. And then we hit our 2,000 likes. There's 6,000 of you in here. You greedy assholes. I need 2 likes? What? That's crazy. You just liked? I told you happy birthday before you liked the video. That's cold, bro. I'm probably one of the first people on this day to tell you happy birthday, and you like my video an hour later? That's cold, bro. And y'all asking, you'll be getting confused on members on. That's crazy. I gave him a happy birthday. I was all excited to be at the birthday party. And he did a payment plan on the likes, bro. That's crazy. That's tough, bro. That's rough. TSM still flushing. Spy going a little bit lower. That's foul, dude. That's foul. Well, look, now I have 10% more likes than I had prior. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You forgot to click? Well, I didn't forget your birthday when you told me. That's cold, dude. That's cold. That's what I say. I see that a lot. I've seen that 10,000 times a day. That's cold, bro. But, yeah, we hit the likes. I'll tell you guys the plays. Not a recommendation. You'll lose money. They all got clapped. Again, I think the NVIDIA, I sold half of the NVIDIAs or the TLT for 90 or at like 11 cents. And then I bought a NVIDIA, what was it, a 55 put. I got them, 55 put at like 4 to 5 cents. So they're around the same price. They went up 100%, and they won't move now. And then I grabbed 4 of the NVIDIA February 21st, 175 calls. So I did calls and puts, more money on the puts. And then I grabbed 1,000 shares of Holo at like 230, but I top tick that. I got middle tick, and then I'm down on that, but I'm going to hold it. So ta-da. But yeah, that was it. And then we made any of the plays you made free was enough money to cover any new plays today. So your TLT and what the profit you had on that could pay for every single NVIDIA up or down and whatever else you want. So yallah. Not a recommendation. I know, man. Maybe one day the only reminder left to like the video will be a membership. Sad. But happy birthday. Happy birthday. Amen. Do you think it's this? It could be, but it could not be. This is going to either be like the August flash crash or the other one. The one kind of like the tech bubble September, or even like 2023 when we had a big sell. Like it's it'll either be like Jackson Hole or it'll be like the flash crash in August, or it'll be something with a mix between. I'm not even going to say it. Then there's the worst case. I don't think we're at worst case scenario yet. But for now, it's either going to be like the flash crash or it's going to be like Jackson Hole in 22. That's what I believe. Why the change on members? We'll talk about it later. I'll talk about it during Philo. But then it will need members only. So kind of contradicting, but we'll talk about it later. We've already discussed it the last couple of days. So you just got to get caught up with the watch list and the videos. Yeah, Jackson Hole is one for the books, bro. Yeah, dude, all the China plays, again, I can't, dude, TSM and NVIDIA are flushing, though, bro. You got to watch out for that. And then, again, those metas are going up a lot. Oh, every meta play. Oh. I forgot. I had some short-term metas. I did not know that. Let me see. Are those old? Yeah, bro. Where did those come from? Yeah, no, those were Tuesday. All right, you can make those. I might sell those and let that pay for the earnings. Yeah, the weeklies went up. No, I'll give it a sec. And then bonds going up. You are on members only on Twitch right now, yeah. So we've already figured that. The only thing I need to do is for the stream alerts, I'm going to see if I could do a Zoom call during it. Otherwise, I will just lower the price of the stream alerts so that you could just get a membership and call it a day. But you'll still get all updates on stream alerts no matter what's happening, anytime, anywhere. I mean, the market's going down. You got a couple things flushing now. I thought that was NVIDIA. Yeah, NVIDIA gapping down. Come on, I need some fear in my puts now. Yeah, the puts are starting to climb up a little bit. The calls are going up. Watchlist is second, link in the description. This is where Nancy bought at 120. All right, yo, you're picking up now. Sell-off is starting. Be careful. It's been 40 minutes, 30 minutes of chips selling off, and now you have bonds going up, but then NVIDIA breaking 120 is a big deal. There's just a lot of ideas going on right now, you know? And like I told you, I said this, PNC said it in the morning, remember, a lot of people weren't positioned for puts. I mean, even, I will tell you right now, the VIX at 19 isn't that bad, considering that the NASDAQ was down 5% on the futures this morning. So, in a weird way, like, you just got people reacting. I would be careful if we break the cash open. If we break this, then we're going to start getting panicky. If you bounce off here and hold up, it's going to be another 3 hours of premium kill. So I put out a stream alert. I said just keep watch. Chips have already sold off. I think it's very simple. If you flush cash open, got a problem. If not, then we'll hold. Starbucks on the high. That one's starting to go up. Why is Starbucks ripping? Yeah, Starbucks in the green. Yeah, the DeepSeek got hacked. That's what they're saying. And then Hamas arrives in Cairo. Hut on the low, City on the low. So wait, banks, that'll be interesting. Banks are generally doing good. Yeah, Apple's up. Again, I mean, Apple's been struggling with AI. Again, maybe they benefit off of cheaper AI. I got Holo. Yeah, I got worked on that one. Dude, NVIDIA, this is the biggest drop on NVIDIA since COVID. Bigger. NVIDIA has never lost $500 billion in a day. And then when issued on 2-year bonds is 4.2. I forgot about that. You have a 2-year bond auction coming in right now. When issued is 4.2. You will see it on the wire when it comes out. There'll be a number. But it shouldn't move us too much again, but you never know. I said $500 billion, yeah. I think it was like $428 billion in the morning. NVIDIA, 118 now. NVIDIA puts are starting to go up, but they're hoeing us on that, bro. I should have got closer to the money. I got greedy. They're there, though. Yeah, that's it. We need a couple more moves from here. Those puts will start moving. But yeah, they're already. I mean, I bought a call as well. I don't think this is. I think it's an opportunity for both ways. You're really. The answer is barbell right now. Not a recommendation. You will lose money. I don't want to influence you, and I don't want you to have. I don't want to blame. Don't blame me for this idea. I don't want to do your own fucking thing. Again, I read too much Twitter and I see how people react. Just unfortunately, sometimes you use my ideas against me, and I don't care if you talk shit, but I'm just saying, like, deep down, you got to go on what you believe, okay? And your own account, and don't get FOMO. Do you guys understand? But that being said, I believe in the barbell. You should just be playing both sides a little bit further out right now for cheap. That's it. Put a heavy weight in the. Let the stock move in the middle. Who gives a fuck? All that matters, does this thing flush another 10, 20, or does it bounce up another 10, 20? That's the play that I believe until we have more info. But I think you could. That's why I went both ways. Couple hundred here, couple hundred there. At least we got exposure. We have other plays that we made money on. And then let's see where it leads us, and then that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just be careful with premium. Like I said, my premiums are still down because of that. So if you buy too much hype premium, it will backfire on you. Apple, I would consider. It would have to go down a lot, but that's it. Unfortunately, a day like today just solidified every single long-term strategy that I've had. So unfortunately, some of you guys asking me to buy, if I will buy some of these tech stocks, I will, but they have to go down a lot. And that's kind of been my point here for a very long time. But just this further reinforces my idea of buy the high-quality names at value and just let everything work. Yeah, my long-term, some of your long-terms are good. Some of you, depending on the tech exposure, got a little bit more clap. But, yeah, I'm not really tripping on that. And then NVIDIA again. Dude, the calls are moving more on NVIDIA than the puts. So more people are buying calls right now than puts. I think there's a lot of puts on NVIDIA, but they are buying. I don't think this is the hard landing, but if this does pop the AI bubble, then yeah. But like I said in the beginning, my view of this, do I believe that this was a paradigm shift? Not completely. I think it's the first step, but I don't think it's changed as much as people want it to, but it's definitely something where we have questions now that make this a lot more trivial than it once was over the last couple of years. I mean, somebody's going to get margin called if NVIDIA is too big of a drop and too many motherfuckers were leveraged on chips. So NASDAQ down 5 too. Someone's going to get margin called, but I don't know how big, and I don't know if it'll be, what's the word I'm looking for? Systemic? I don't think you'll get that. Target ripping. I don't know why. Yeah, the 2-year auction came out. Did I miss it? 4.125 or 4.211, slightly higher. Your long term is killing it because you also underperformed. So every day NVIDIA would go up 30 and everybody called you an idiot for not buying it. You were underperforming. So now when NVIDIA goes down 17% in a day, God willing, your other underperformance should outperform. And that is kind of the theme of what we're dealing with today. But that's why I'm saying it does sadly just confirm all of my ideas of how we've been going about certain things. So I'm not too scared on it. Oh, hold on. See if we could bounce from here. All right. I made one of my metas free. The January 31st, I had weeklies. So I made those free. They're up like 80%. Got all our money back. All right, made one meta free. Bro, Nvidia is down a lot. This isn't like a normal I think maybe we just got used to it because we woke up, you know? But like this is massive. This is not a normal move, Chad. So again, you've given up several months of the gains now, but literally this is hundreds of billions of dollars of value right now. Just literally going down the drain. All right, Nvidia puts I'm now in the green on my puts. It took an extra $5. If you went, I don't know if we went in the money, what would have happened, but you would have made a little bit more. But yeah, I don't have any idea where it's going. No, I think we're day number 1. Like I'm saying, it's just these are going to be the early steps. And why I don't know is because of earnings. Do not make a mistake. Do not be fooled. You literally have earnings right around the corner. So that's why all these comments, bear trap, bull trap, unfortunately, let me give you another word, earnings trap. That's what I'm worried about. Everything right now, I'm sure we're going to get more answers in this situation. Today's the scary part. Today's the hype. Eventually it'll calm down, but when it's all said and done, this is earnings trap, bro. It just is, unfortunately, that's what I was telling you. Meta, I told you when Meta was down 3, the calls were in the green still. That is odd. That was only because of earnings. So, unfortunately, that's why I'm saying barbell trade. I wouldn't get too confident in either direction, but this is going to fuck up. Bitcoin's selling off right now. This is going to fuck up earnings, and earnings is going to make this harder to read, and it's going to mess up a lot of premiums in the next couple days. So get ready, man. It's going to be wild. Yeah, Bitcoin just flushed, bro. Yeah, my voice is great. I know. I wasn't yelling all weekend. I relaxed. I was petting horses and shit. I was looking at real estate. I did. There was a scam. I told you guys it looked odd on Twitter. There was a little meme scam. Ross Gerber got hacked. I was driving though still. I told you all that. So it was good. It was a good weekend though. I really kicked it, bro. I really, really kicked it. I appreciate you, man. Some of y'all holding it down and y'all are interacting with me on the weekend. Always fun, baby. I've been having a little too much fun, maybe. Yeah, I tweeted out Ray Lewis at I think a couple pennies. Some of you got that one too, but I mean, he's a football legend, bro. I had to. That one definitely caught my eye. Apple's ripping right now. Nvidia again. Yo, these little SPY pop-in drops aren't holding. Nvidia puts are juicing right now. That little move made the puts go higher than even this little move right here. So again, it's kind of leveling out. Okay, hold on. That was just for a second. Watch the put premiums. It'll tell you about demand and if people are panicking right now. Well, yeah, I was talking about this DeepSeek stuff on Friday. So if you did follow my Twitter, Real Cult News, I mean, I gave you there's a lot of threads. We were discussing it. We talked about it on stream on Friday. We just didn't understand it. And like I'm telling you, it was old. It was an old article, and then everybody started tweaking. Well, yeah, Bitcoin had that big drop. SPY, this all started with chips. Everything was doing good. Remember, I was telling you AMD and chips, and then everything started to catch up with it. But Apple and Meta are doing great. So there's still a very odd Mag 7. NASDAQ is down 3.3 still. So like I'm telling you, if we break the open of cash, that's not going to be good. If we could bounce here, I think it'll be good. NVIDIA is getting a lot of volume here, so let's see what happens. Bro, they won't raise any of those prices. The calls are down 20%, but this stock has been murked. Oh, Hershey's. That could have been a good one. So SPY still holding. All right, coin still slipping. Low ticker picking up right now. Be on the lookout there again. I don't think crypto is going to help it out. And then look at, if bonds get these random bids, look for chips to sell. This is not an everyday thing. Hear me out. So don't ask me about this tomorrow, but just I called it out earlier. The relationship between bonds and NVIDIA right now is highly correlated in an odd manner. I don't know why. I do know why, but that just shouldn't happen too often. Okay, I made another play. I went smaller with my calls. So I did. I grabbed an NVIDIA call. Like I'm saying, I'm trying to barbell this thing. I'm already in my puts. I have way more puts, and the puts have gone up, but I'm going to take advantage of a call right here. You could still get clapped. Be very careful. It's still fucking early, dude. It's 2 hours in. So any call could change drastically. And then if you buy the dip with crypto selling off, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to spill over. So be very, very cautious, my friends. What call? You guys should know what call I bought. The call is like the video. So I did tell you, though, you need 2,500. I think it was 2,000. But you're already there, so you might as well give me 2,500 since there is almost 7,000 of you in here. So, yeah, I'm going to sit on this one until we get the likes. Thank you. How can you buy both puts and calls separately? You do not need a separate account to buy puts and calls on the same one. If you know Josh, he bought a cheap one. Well, that like the video, because this might be a humbling lesson. But yeah. There you go. First 100 days are nutty. Yeah, I mean, I think the watch list prepared every single one of you, man. Every single one of you. So, here's the deal. Not a recommendation. You will lose money. It's already bounced a little bit. I wish we had the likes. February 21st, 135 call on NVIDIA. I bought one of them for $226. It's already up before I said a word. So, yeah, sorry. But, yeah, I bought that call, so it's actually closer to the money. I spent a little bit more money. That's why, of course, he's like, you bought the cheap one. Not this time. Not this time. It's kind of cheap, but it's still kind of expensive. But let's see if we get our balance bonds going up too. I did February 21st. Again, always the middle contract if you don't know the date. If I never say a date or you're ever wondering if it's missing, always assume middle contract. Yeah, that call's down 80% on the day. And then I lost a little bit on my out of the money calls, so I barbelled the far out the monies. They kind of move, so I might as well go closer now, and then we'll see the next move on it. I'll play weeklies every now and then. I mean, lately with some of the news, if we get the right headline, we can. I'm not against them, but you just need the middle contract is like there's 4 dates, 4 weeks. There's one in the middle. That's before they started selling new dailies. I mean, 20% is big on that'd be insane, but this is just weird. Like, again, people are panicking and it's just a big drop down, but like it gives tech bubble vibes or like, again, the first worry, but 20% down is a lot. I agree with you on that. That's not you don't see that every day on the biggest stock in the world, So that's why it's like you're already down 16. But watch out, though. It might just bounce and cuck. So even though I made a call right now, don't get fooled. It could just bounce and then just level out for 6 hours. never going higher. That is a possibility, so be careful. DeepSeek launches Janus Pro 7B, open source multi-model AI, surpasses DALL-E 3 and Stable Diffusion. So literally, DeepSeek just launched a new product right now with higher benchmarks than DALL-E 3. Yikes. That's crazy. That's coming out right now. Yeah. Literally, they're doing a new launch. So now they got another AI. I got to get more info on this, but that's coming out now for any of you who want to look at it. But Spy's ripping, ironically enough. But yeah, DeepSeek just released another model now. Yeah, DDoS canceled. Damn, son. Watch it get hacked. They're calling BS. We'll see. I got an early rumor on that. It hasn't came out yet too many places, but you'll see. That's wild. Again, those NVIDIA's worked out for a little bit, but the market's taking it more. Again, NVIDIA's just helping out. A lot of names are up. Not everything is down right now, my brother. That's what you guys got to be careful of. It's just the NVIDIA chips. That's really what started it. Oil traders expect OPEC to stick with supply plan next week. Again, oil back at 72. They're murdered as well. That should be focused. It is. We've talked about it a lot. So some of you, I just like for the sake of everybody, and I would like for us to have good info and get along. We have been talking about this now for several hours. It is literally the biggest story in the stock market right now. So we've gone over a lot of it. And really, just like I've said in the beginning, the point with all of this is that nobody knows. There's a lot of bullish and bearish takes. But the reason why everybody is reacting, in my opinion, is because of user adoption. The fact that DeepSeek is now #1 on the App Store, that is why everybody is reacting to a 3-week-old development today. It's just because everybody's using it. So there will be good and bad, but right now I think Wall Street and I think Silicon Valley, they are panicking on the fact that now you have real competition in the sense of there is another AI app out there that is generating more users than anybody at the present moment or in the last 24 hours. You see what I'm saying? So we'll find out what's good, what's bad. You know, this is an AI war, and we're going to get developments, and we'll find out good and bad. But for now, the first stage is everyone actually taking the threat seriously because everybody's adopting it in real time. That's at least my opinion, so you let me know. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's already out. DeepSeek Janus 7B. So, yeah, my rumor is correct. So Hugging Face is already on for all the coding people. Yeah, it's already out, though. And then the benchmarks are better than DALL-E 3. And it's already up there. They got the GitHub and everything. Yeah, it's already there, bro. That's crazy. It's legit. So you have a new DeepSeek model already released. They released a new model while getting DDoSed. No, I think they probably were probably waiting for this. I hate to break it to you. They got one more up their sleeve. I'm not going to lie to you. This is my tinfoil. They're doing this way too well, bro. They're not dumb. They had that one in the chamber. There's another one coming too. There's no way. These guys are being fucking very, they're like I told you the other day with even like, they may try to step on the neck, bro. Well, we're going to find out because there's no way they're already releasing this in the middle of market open after all of this. This isn't, this isn't. So we'll find out. I could be wrong on that, but Right now in real time, I'm getting it to you guys within seconds. There is a new DeepSeek model has been released, bro. Literally. Exactly. Swing at the king, you don't miss. Exactly. That's why I'm like, oh no, man. I think they got something else in the chamber, bro. That's crazy. Well, NVIDIA bounce. You guys like that call or what? So I don't know. Make it free if you like to complain or talk shit. I don't know if you can make it free, but it's up. Yeah, 12%. Not bad. It looks way cooler if you bought shares. The options got too much juice on them right now. DeepSeek better? We don't know. And some, like the benchmarks could compete, but I don't think all around it's better, but it can compete. I think that's a fair way to answer that question without bringing out all the nerds who love and hate it. You get what I'm saying? It could compete. It's competition. It's a viable competition. Again, the benchmarks and the actual performance is high, but it's not necessarily, I don't think it's a one-to-one of OpenAI or whatever private models they have. But again, it is competition, and it can compete as an AI much cheaper, and now it's widely available and widely adopted, which I believe is the problem people are having. It's literally 1 a.m. in China. Who releases a new model at 1 a.m.? Come on, you American. The people who do that are the people who broke NVIDIA with $5 million. These guys don't sleep. These guys, they've been doing math since age 4 for 18 hours a day. And then they banned video games. And then this motherfucker was trading meme coins until Xi Jinping said, no more money for none of us. And then nobody gets any money. And then he's like, fuck, I got to start quanting and coding AI now. And then he's like, oh, this would have been great for a Solana meme coins. But instead, the government forced him to study. And so he took all of that and studied his ass off and developed fucking DeepSeek. And now look at where we're at. So if he's the exact person who would release this at 1 a.m. in China, he still has 13 hours of math class, and then he's going to release another model, and then he has to go bring honor to his family, and his family's still disappointed in him because he didn't buy a property because the Chinese real estate collapsed, and it's culturally shame. So to save face, he has now saved the tech industry of China. Okay? He will do all of this. This isn't a joke. This is real. This is happening. What are you talking about? That's a bullshit explanation. No, you put your whole portfolio in NVIDIA. That's why you don't think any of these jokes are funny. I've noticed in 1 hour a strong correlation between humor and NVIDIA ownership. If you own a NVIDIA or a lot of it, you do not want... This is bullshit right now, and I understand. I get you, bro. Okay, but some of these jokes, y'all gonna have to... I don't know, man. I get it. I know. No shame to anybody, bro. I'm having fun. I hope you are, too. We got good plays, too, so don't mind. I mean, we just bottom ticked the fuck out of NVIDIA. I don't... Why is anybody getting mad? Man. The way you picture it is. I mean, there's a lot of humor, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, I do build the jokes off of some truth, you know. So, but that's what I'm saying. If you follow me on Twitter, if you have watched the watch list, you should know. And again, this is an amazing, mind-blowing move. You're never going to forget about today. This could be either the first real AI freak out, the bubble pop, or the first major dip before the next run up. But I don't think you're going to forget what happened here today. And that's why it's like, you know, we talked about it a lot and we got to keep going and see. But it's just like, dude, where this is going to lead to. Just like you're on day number 1, bro. This is our number 1 in a weird, odd way, but This whole weekend was damn crazy. Yeah, bro, 5% NASDAQ futures. I went to bed when they were down 3, but, dude, another 2 is insane. You just bought a DeepSeek coin. You're late. So you're probably going to get, it depends where you're at in the pump and dump, but they were making DeepSeek Solana coins on Friday. So, and one of them's already up a lot. So literally, even the DeepSeek crypto Solana trend, this is all going, dude, this was all over the weekend. Everything already went crazy. So, yeah, so be careful is what I'm trying to tell you. Be careful. This is hour 5:04, 3 weeks. We're late. Yeah, no, that's the weirdest part. This was everybody knew DeepSeek 3 weeks ago, technically. But I just think the mass adoption panicked Wall Street and it panicked Silicon Valley. Yeah, you had that little pullback and came back up. So you're holding. This is good. It's like I was telling you, if we flush this, we're dead. But even then, if this ends up flushing, that's going to be very bad. If we could hold up, it's going to buy you an hour or two of killing premiums. I don't think we're going to play Boeing earnings, no. DeepSeek sounds like a corn. No, you have a problem, brother. Just pray and, just eliminate the porn brain, and I think you'll be good. But if anything, DeepSeek sounds like they about to take all my info. I would never install. Like, if I was already worried about my privacy, and then you got me to download something called DeepSeek. What? That's crazy. That's it. If you were thinking about anything dirty, then I think you need to repent. Okay? And I encourage you to, not everything is related. Get your innocence back, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because, all of you just don't. I'm not shaming you. I'm just saying, though, otherwise you're going to think all of this financial stuff is extremely sexualized, and it's not. It's not. That's it. Am I salty? You keep telling me I'm salty, Austin. You remember you were crying last week and I didn't ban you? So this week, you know what I'm going to do instead, Austin? Oh, the chat's going. All right, Austin, do you guess what I'm going to do next? Just guess, Austin. I'm waiting for your response, Austin. Here, everybody in the chat, wait for Austin's response. Let's see. I'm waiting. So we're gonna guess what I'm gonna do, Austin. I don't know. I can't hear. I don't see him anymore. That's weird. Where'd you go, Austin? I guess Austin doesn't want to be here anymore. Too bad. Well, anyways, moving on. That's good. You got a little bit of bounce. Again, like I said, just watch if you bust through if you go through that cash open level. All right. Natural gas is down by 10 as weather forecasts warm. TC DeepSeek partner. Be careful. Could be rumor. Yeah, it's a small cap. I did Holo. So the only one they got a DeepSeek integrate. I bought it too. I thought I got it at a good deal, but I got worked. I might buy more, but I don't think so. We'll see. But Holo is mine. But there's like 4 or 5 names right now without that. What did you do to Austin? Don't be naive. You know exactly what happened. Austin is now in the gulag of YouTube. Even if I unban him, I don't even know if he'll make it out. That's not my problem anymore, though. That's YouTube's problem, and he could take it up with them. And all of you can. If anything doesn't work, you contact YouTube, and make no mistake. I did see the dude, we're tweaking right now. You had that pop, drop, big pop, big drop, big. There's money moving around right now. Holo made a DeepSeek integration. I played them this morning. They went up 100, came down to like 30. I thought I bought the dip, but then it went a little bit lower. Yeah, TC. That's what Chad's saying. So again, you had a chat in there earlier. I said it's rumor. Now it's popping TC as a integration. But be careful. Look at how liquid this is. That's why I said there's other ones, but it's halted already. Yeah, Chad came in here and gave you a jump on it, but the problem is the liquidity. Do you guys see how this is kind of more trappy? I don't know if you've seen any of these plays. Anytime I tell you low liquidity, it's shit, I don't know if the news pumps will go as much. So just be careful. It might do it, it might not. I'm not as good as at these plays. I could get you the info, but just be mindful. When nobody's fucking trading it, chances are somebody just put in a big bag and then they're pumping it like Solana. You know what I'm saying? So just watch out for that. But that's why I said there's like 3 other ones. JG, Holo, and there's one more. So we will find out. Once you're a member, you could just access all the member-only streams. So there's streams that we're going to have that it won't show up for you unless you're a member. It's just on this channel. That's it. Yeah, Doc N, thank you. That was the one from earlier. They were later in the day, but yes, they also got that integration. That's crazy. You had the new OpenAI model. Everything, bro. The 24 hours? I don't know. EU suspended all sanctions on Syria related to air, land, as well as banking and energy for 12 months? Why? I'm a straight bottom catcher. That sounds odd. But I'll just tell you this. I either hit a home run or I miss all of them. So just, if you get a pass, you should score it. I have no in between, brother. So be very careful with my plays. Seriously, though, but for real. So that's it. So I hope it works, because some people think, half of the world thinks I bottom tick everything. The other half of the world thinks I top tick everything. So, that's all. You'll figure it out, man. I don't know. I'm really good at getting the info, and I could interpret it almost immediately, and I will do that without a cost. But everything else is going to be more on, I'm going to have to defer to you, my brother. That's good, bro. The Tesla one was fake, though. I hope you guys got that. I was saying it looked odd from the jump, and I'm glad that I was correct on that. But I even got you. It was fake in 40 seconds. I had that tweet out, and I'm fucking driving, bro. Y'all should have seen what I was doing on that one. I was all over the place. I was in between properties, in the middle of nowhere. I ain't got no service, bro. It was wild. CRM ripping. Hold up. Yo, why is CRM waking up? That one's an odd one. Check CRM. Do I make more money off trading or YouTube? It used to be trading, but this year my goal is to make more off of YouTube, because y'all keep asking me that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's aim for it. Remember, 10 a.m. members only. Sign up now. Thank you. Yeah, it's a new goal of mine. That should be the objective, especially with all this shit we're doing. Yeah, Nibis is the Russia one, so watch out for that. I don't think he saw that answer coming. I think he's confused. I think it worked. So, yeah. All right. So, NVIDIA.com. All right. I need to go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram. Okay? I love you. Be a good time. Have a good one. And I will BRB. I will BRB.
Investors, this is what a good old-fashioned unknown looks like. It comes out of nowhere. No one's prepared for it. And this is what you see. NVIDIA down 17, Vistria down 30. But what I do know, if you read the technical paper, it says apparently in the technical paper that the $6 million does not include costs associated with prior research on architectural algorithms, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that you have this, what I would call a fast follower, that took all of the success of ChatGPT, OpenAI, et cetera, really smart folks. The smart folks are not stuck in the US, they're all over the world, and they've done something incredibly innovative. And so I think that the overreaction is this like $6 million number, and to think that they did this out of nowhere when the paper actually says that cost does not include these other items, which we don't know. And so I think as an investor, you have to like understand your positioning, understand, to Josh's point about the large language models. You know, I'm a big fan of Alex Karp. I'm sure he's kind of laughing today at Palantir because he's been saying forever, LLMs are the commodity. It's what you build on top of that is what's going to create the return. And so if Masa and Larry Ellison and Sam Altman are building all these data centers to go just infer for OpenAI, I think you call that into question. But if firms like Microsoft, Amazon, et cetera, are building these to create, and Tesla, robotics and actually applications for us to use, then I think the story is very much intact. But for right now, since we are in this unknown situation that we came into the weekend, I think you have to take a step back, kind of see how it fleshes out. But I absolutely don't believe that this is the beginning of the end of NVIDIA.
Amen. I think it's step one. But yeah, I don't think the paradigm has shifted. Just one step in that direction. I love that you guys think of Josh. You think of me when you hear the name Josh. I'm honored. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you, baby. DWTX. Again, those NVIDIAs went up. So you got a little, like 20%. Again, we made the metas are still higher. You have all those TLTs above 100. But yeah, you're still doing that little dance. I mean, we got a little bit. That was a beautiful bounce off of the bottom, but at the same time, SPY is not out of the danger zone yet, man. I no longer appreciate the newly joined members. No, that's not it, you guys. I don't know. I think you could get an idea of the vibe. And like I'm saying, I don't do it for money. I mean, now my new goal for YouTube, I got a new one today. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm not catching everything because I'm really, really focused right now. I hope you guys understand. So please, if you're looking for me to react off of your donation or something, just feel that you don't have to do that. But like I am literally reading like 100 different things right now. So, forgive me for the lack of theatrics on anything else. But yeah, I'm not trying. It's not that I don't appreciate it, but I'm trying to work for you guys as the best I can. Slovakia foreign minister, EU statement on gas supplies through Ukraine. I don't know. That's why I was looking at that TC. So they have the integration. Like I'm saying, literally nobody traded this stock till somebody went in fat with 40,000 shares, and then the headlines started circulating. So keep that in mind. UN peace chief first says we want to avoid a risk of a broader war. In broader war, UN peacekeepers remain in the field. Probably Nancy. I just think it's stock traders pumping it. So just be careful on that, though, because like I said, there's a couple of them. And there's a lot of that hype. Bring back the ghetto. You could ghetto spread those contracts I just bought, but they'll only give you like $200. Well, no, yeah, it's about answering questions, but like I'm saying, the headlines. Just especially with no Biden, there's a lot more transparent stuff. And I'm just like, again, you guys haven't noticed, I'm finding headlines 5-10 minutes early. So I'm very locked in, man. So thank you for the donations, for real, you guys. And like, I hope you don't take it personally if I miss it all. Because again, I use the chat, I'm scanning the chat, I'm looking at stuff, I see stuff, I'm verifying it, and I'm going through, man. So, yeah, I've created my own little news network after Bloomberg kicked me off. So I used to use a Bloomberg terminal on here. I've always done the news shit, but after that, I started using AI, and then I created my own thing with the licenses that I purchased. So I purchased all the licenses so that I could share them with the world without anybody telling me anything. But I don't share my program. It is all mine. It is proprietary. And yeah, I don't plan on selling it in the future. I have old videos on the Ghetto Spread. Yeah, very good videos on the Ghetto Spread. You should check it out. All right, MSTR, watch Bitcoin. Nvidia's coming down. Just like last time, watch out if chips start flushing. If they start flushing first, then that's going to be it. K-Web, it's not everything. And right now, there might be a bounce here in China equities, but eventually. But this isn't your typical China name that's benefiting. This is, even the normal ones, they're not there. So it's like it's going to get weird with China for a little bit. I think it is bullish, but we'll find out where it leads us. The news source of the ticker, I mean, dude, no exaggeration, literally everywhere. I'm not even trying to flex. It is legitimately every United States accessible news wire and source I have purchased the license to by some means, shape, or form. So that's how those are all my inputs. I don't know if Trump bans DeepSeek, Nvidia is going to rip 10%, but I don't know. It's a great question though, bro, because I don't know if the whole thing going, I don't know if this is going to make China tensions easier or not. And then your homeboy already, again, Trump has already been nice to China. Yeah, and it's open source. You can't, it's already out there. That's it. That's why in a weird way, bro, you can't put the toothpaste back in the bottle. That's why, no matter what, even if DeepSeek didn't exist tomorrow, they have already put everything out there. So at the very least, a lot of people, they can replicate what just happened, and now that's the new minimum. You see what I'm saying? So open source is a little tricky when everybody has it, could add to it, build on it, and do whatever they want. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. It is, but that's why I also think Meta is up right now. Because remember, Llama, I've been telling you guys about Llama for days, for months now. I've been telling you how great Llama is. I've been encouraging some of you to use it, but Llama's open source. So Llama has a great large language model. They got their own little thing, but they're all open source. So, but that is seemingly... OpenAI was supposed to be open source, but it seems like if you are open source, you kind of got an advantage now, because now, if they could crack you like that, again, that's what people said. Trump to sign executive order of creating next generation missile defense. Check RTX or even LMT, CNN. So this is an exclusive for them. Interesting. Yeah, so CNN, yeah, RTX popping off of that. Let's see. Options are not really up there. Yeah, they don't want to give you any cheap ones. That's Onduril. Chad is saying Onduril is that play. Isn't Onduril AI, though? And then Palantir? Order will call for creation of Iron Dome. Oh, wow. Well, there you have it. I think you guys are early on that. Okay, I grabbed 2. I'm down. Iron Dome for U.S. This is a Trump headline, for crying out loud. Yeah. I'm keeping this one a little smaller, though. I got one, but the chain is already cracked. It's a very, very... watch out. Mine's already... I have no stream alert or anything sent. My play's already moving, so be careful. Hypersonic. I think, yeah, he said Iron Dome, though. I mean, that's going to go with LMT. But I think they got worried. Honestly, the pop is very small. That one might fade. Be very, very careful. That one might fade. The contracts are just juicing, though. This hasn't hit Bloomberg yet or the other. It's CNN. So CNN usually, I mean, I feel like other people already had this news. But yeah, I did make a play on it. You will lose money, not a recommendation. I did a next week. Which one? A 138 call RTX, 20 cents, 24 cents. Two of them. DWTX, we've seen that one pump a couple times. Mm. 136, nice. Yeah, if you got them at a good price, it just all depends on the price there. They were cheap for a second, but then they just widened the ask. That was the only contract that I didn't see moving. But yeah, it's already fading a little bit. Just be careful on that one. Like I said, I kept that. Every play today, I've gone at least like a couple hundred. That one I went like $50. NVIDIA is dumping because of all this fear. Even Meta chilled out. Watch out if SPY comes down. And TLT still up. Meta. They're posting Iron Dome headline now. Yeah, we'll see. Again, that one I think you need like Bloomberg and the other guys to pump it. Or he's going to say it in a speech. That's why. Keep it small. We have time. And now the premiums are still juiced. Or wait maybe when they come down. I have no idea why Bitcoin's. I think Bitcoin just fear with everything. Like risk off. Other than that, I have no idea. Nat gas is down 10, bro. They're really, and then Broadcom flushing. That's one of your chips there, so watch out. I don't know. Trump might be speaking today. So yeah, it's coming out again. Trump to begin order of creating next-gen missile system. Call for creation of Iron Dome in U.S. He already spoke. 5 p.m. from Mar-a-Lago. Oh, later? Yeah, that sucks. The Discord, we don't do Discords. That's how you get scammed. I mean, you tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tell me, bro. Oh, is it cutting you out? I don't know. YouTube clapped. Go to the Twitch. Yeah, stream isn't loading. Kicking out 1,000 of you. YouTubehatesyou.com. Yeah, you had to refresh. Yeah, it kicked out 1,000 of you somehow. Boo. See? Deep seat clapping, Josh. Yeah, bro. It literally, I don't know. Again, my connection's fine. My Twitch, not one cutout, but it's already kicked out like 1,000 of y'all. So welcome to YouTube. They hate me. They actually hate you. That's it, because this is for you guys. But what do you want me to do? Hit the Twitter link on that paste. Oh, I got to paste it. Am I starting the Twitter link? What do you mean? Oh, I did Twitter? Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. I meant Twitch. I'm an idiot. I told you, it's a long day, bro. Every day's been long. I have to lock in. You know, you guys are like, why don't you, bro? There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. I don't know if the word starts with T. Yeah, my bad. That's what I meant. I don't know what I just sent you to. My bad. But yeah, they keep kicking you out. So if you have problems, though, we have a backup. Otherwise, you might need to have to get you some stream alerts. It's that Cali weed, sir. I feel like you just woke up. So I've been up since like 4 a.m. That's kind of rude. But no, I mean, Cali weed is good, but I don't think it affects me in any way. But yeah, good morning. Good morning. Apple ripping, I don't know. They were already lagging in AI, but maybe. And then Broadcom's leading you down. I just think it's kind of some names aren't taking it on the head as much as NVIDIA. So we'll see. Of course, that backup, I got you. Northrop, well, RTX, they're the guys who do the Iron Dome. That's why I played that one. Plays are still holding, but it's moving really, really small. The stream is free on YouTube, but for Twitch, no. I have to, because I can't alter Twitch throughout the day. And then anything related to offensive topics like Jesus or the American flag will be private. So, yeah, we're going to be going for Philo in like an hour or less here. Money could be going from NVIDIA to Apple. I mean, I keep seeing money go NVIDIA to bonds. Dude, CRM again. CRM running up there. That one's been on a tear as well. And then you got a couple of other things going there. No, the premiums are good. I made the ones we bought the other day. They're actually at the same price as the morning. You can now get a couple, like almost 200% on them. News. Well, some people are trying to say that we'll ban DeepSeek. I haven't seen anything on that yet. HLN. Seems like a lot of people are missing out info. I don't care. That's it. Nobody cared about disrespecting my God and being rude to me every day about it. So I think it's fair that I just end my days early, talk about God. If you miss it, you miss it. And then that's it. You just do your thing. Like, it's very simple. Maybe one day we'll have it where people don't do that. But till then, yeah, it works. And then YouTube is rewarding me for it. So, I mean, they're helping me get more exposure now. If you guys don't want to like the videos, I mean, you know, I got to do what I got to do, baby. Yeah, it does suck, but unfortunately, I think it sucks for a small group of you, but then it is also very good for the people that want to be a part of it. Because I think I think every member now gets a way bigger advantage than they ever had. And it's way easier for me to work. You know, just being around good vibes and not being distracted, you know, like it honestly, I think I work a lot better and it's just better for everybody. Yeah, so good vibes, baby. Are they going to take your, no, I don't think they could ban DeepSeek, bro. I mean, at this point, all that's going to happen is that the trade war heats up. Yeah, Katos has been a Trump one. Katos is like a drone company. I don't know if people are attaching it to this one, but Katos, Donald Trump Jr., I believe, is on the board of that. So that's why. How many views do I lose? Oh, I don't know. I don't care. You know, again, I've been shadow banned for years. I got people, nobody even likes the video, so the views don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just about what we're doing. I like what I do. I like being there. I want it in a good environment. And that's what we're going to do. You're leaving the channel. Well, have a good day, brother. And I wish you the best. I wish you the best. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Amazon Prime, you will get a free sub. Amen. Deep sea watches your eyes. If you have a camera in there, it's kind of crazy. Eli Lilly on the high. McDonald's again. Spy still chilling. Katos, you did get a candle on that. it's like a gray swan. It was 3 weeks old. That's why. So we're going to find out as it gets into that. But for now, like I'm saying, I don't think the AI bubble has popped. But if it was, this would be the first step. Are you guys following? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the thing. I don't think the bubble died today. That it can't happen that fast, even if it's a bubble pop. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's why it could be scary. But it's not I think it's just this. If it was going to be the end of AI and, like, chill some of this craziness, this is the first step. But I don't think you could say, boom, today was the AI killer. But just this put people on notice, bro. And these reactions are not small, Hey, yo, shout out to new members, baby. What up, Pro Mode? Hey there, Dad, yo, I love y'all, man. So thank you. I know I missed a lot of them today. Any of them I missed, man. Believe me, when we get into philo time, I'm gonna speak to you. You see what I say? I can speak. That's it, without annoying anybody, because I know you want to be there, So I'm gonna have a lot of love for y'all. We gonna talk at 10, baby. Hey, man. Mm-hmm. Can't miss it. Well, this one is, I think this could be an overreaction, but if, like I'm saying, if this turns a certain way, I mean, the landscape is going to change a little bit. There's no other way around that, really. Yeah, Airbnb, are we going to get an Airbnb rip? No AI, we need more travel. Spy's going up, though. So chips, again, Broadcom was the first one to go down, but we're coming up. I love you, man. Thank you. That's good, man. Let's get it. Let's work, baby. Let's work. Eyes peeled on these days. It sucks because, like I've been saying, what we're going to have, it's going to be stop and go. We're going to wake up, crazy day. We got to look at the news. We got to do all this stuff. And then the next day, it's going to be calm. And then the next day, it's going to turn up. And then, so get ready for a little bit of red light, green light. But today is one of the days where we've, finally got a lot going on. So we'll find out. Oh, what up, baby? Nicholas, Winston, thank you, guys. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Woo! This whole week, yeah, you got Jerome Powell on Wednesday. That's what I thought this week was just going to be trade war and Donald Trump and Jerome Powell. And then it quickly has turned into now we got AI and earnings. That's the thing. 40% of the S&P is reporting, man, this week. Yeah, Trump had, because I don't know. Well, let's go back to that topic, because we don't know if Trump is going to, clap China because of this. That's the thing, because now, in a weird way, DeepSeek, this just made the trade negotiations a little worrisome. Up until today, everybody was viewing China as a deflating piece of shit. Let's be real. Nobody wanted China. Everybody thought China was on their back foot and that, we could kind of bully them. Now you mean to tell me they're number 2 in AI, or you get what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's kind of the problem. So I don't know. My thing I'm worried about is, how does Trump react to this? I don't think we know the Trump reaction yet. And why is a Trump reaction important? It's not about politics. It's about trade war, inflation, and trade. That's what everybody cares about right now. So that's an unknown with a question mark above my head right now. So we'll see. It does seem, I think the reaction, I gave my tinfoil earlier. So this is conspiracy theory. Don't hold me. But my theory, I think 70%, I think this is Elon Musk. I know that sounds wild. I love Elon Musk. I think he's a great guy. But I think Elon let the Twitter propaganda machine out. Or maybe this was one of those instances where the algorithm worked in his favor. Because I just think he got sick of Sam Altman. Because Sam Altman was talking a lot of shit this weekend. Talking crazy in his fucking Pagani. But at the end of the day, I'm because this was 3 weeks old. I acknowledge that. I've been saying this at the beginning of this video. DeepSeek was mentioned 3 weeks ago. Everything, the chips, the information, all of it. But then this is the part that's real, because I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who did it. It got adoption. That's the part that has San Francisco and Wall Street shaking in their boots right now. You could write off anybody, but if anybody gets millions of users in a day, they are now your competitor. And that's what I think happened. But the way everybody kind of took this old news and then reacted to it, oh, I don't know. It reminds me of a crypto pump and dump that happened this week. Do you want me to tell you? I don't want to bring attention to it. But something like that happened in the crypto world this weekend. And it had to do with coding. And it's a good example, but I don't want to really, because it's a dead Solana thing. But then it popped up because somebody brought an old rumor back. And then it popped up for like an hour or two. And then it faded. So that's the part I don't like about this, is that this was literally 3-week-old news. And then all of a sudden, everybody panicked, but then now you have user adoption, and now the story's a little different. So, very, very wild. You got hurt on it? No, I don't know. This one was small. Do you want me to show you it? I just don't want any. I know somebody. There's too many people in here. Somebody's going to be a jackass. That's why I'm scared to. I'll tell you after, but then you could trade crypto whenever. Hypertrain? What? What's a hyper train? Oh, hype train. I read it as hyper rain. I just can't read. You're 99% sure it's Alan? So, yeah, it wasn't Alan. That's why, too, you guys, people on the internet, 99.9%, just diversify. You never take an absolute. But, no, it wasn't Alan. Good guess, though. But it wasn't Alan. It wasn't Alan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pumpers everywhere, bro. It wasn't Vinecoin. I tweeted that one out at 1 penny. Some of you are up 40,000%. That's insane. No, I want to tell you the story, but I think it'll pump again if I tell you the story. Because that's what happened it was on Saturday or Friday night. There was a crypto. And it came with, the crypto was old. And then everybody started like bringing up a very old link to something tech related, and it surged the meme coin. But then eventually somebody rug pulled it. Yeah, none of you know it. Nobody said it. I don't want to tell you. I'll tell you if you get 3,000 likes. You would need 10% of the Chad to like the video. And I'll show you the whole story. Otherwise, I'll want to stay away from it. It was interesting though. But none of you got it right. Nobody knows. I promise nobody knows this. I could already tell. And this many people messages, not too many. That's stupid. Well, you should go to Bloomberg. I think you'll love what they talk about. And they'll love you too. Have you heard of Bloomberg? They're a good financial news place. They'll love you, bro. No, there's already like 50 DeepSeek coins out. So be careful. No, yeah, you didn't get 10% of the Chad, so they don't want it. You'll have to wait. I'll tell you at 3,000. 3,000 likes, I'll tell you that I don't know. I don't even want to tell you still. You work with Bloomberg? I wouldn't be surprised if you're in the chat without a membership badge. That sounds very Bloomberg of you. That's good. Tell them I say hello. I like everybody at Bloomberg. I just don't like Kevin. Tell Kevin to grow up. But everybody else at Bloomberg, most of them are chill. So I'm not really that mad. I even use it as like, it gives me street cred, bro. I could walk around with this Bloomberg keyboard and I'm like, they banned me. You know how hard that goes, bro? So thank you, Bloomberg. You have gotten me more business in other ways. You've made me a much more interesting person than I was before. So thank you. You know, there's always good and there's always a silver lining, my brother. Always a silver lining. It goes hard because I said it. I responded randomly to a Twitter. They were like, "What the fuck? Why'd you get banned off Bloomberg?" It's true. It's a true story. Officially at Chahar. Well, welcome back. What up, 4-line? Bumpy ride. Well, get a long term, man. I think some of the long term. I think today you guys have learned a lot, and then that's it. Have you tried reapplying for a terminal? No, because I emailed them back. You should go see the thumbnail on the Bloomberg diss. But they said they will not allow me to. even if I wanted to pay them $36,000 a year or $42,000. So I just bought another car instead and then made my own. It's still expensive, but yeah. Thank you, Bloomberg. My long term is so not sophisticated that it works, but we just go for names that we know and use that aren't trading at the highest price ever. Can you pay membership to your news feed? The only way would be right here, my brother. I'm sorry. This Skrelly. It is, but Skrelly, I think Skrelly is a genius. I respect him, and he knows his shit. But homeboy is shady, unfortunately. That's it. He got a bunch of people hacked on a coin thing and said it was because he downloaded porn. I'm not buying it. And so if he was more legit, I would try that, but I would never. I'm not, unfortunately. But he's a smart guy. I respect I think Skrelly he is shady, but he is intelligent, and he knows more than most people. I could agree with that. I would listen to him in certain things, and other things I would be careful. He's someone you got to know how to use his info, and just don't let it be used against you. I just don't trust him. He would be such a valuable person if I could trust him, but I can't at all. And there's too much evidence to not trust him. But he's a genius. He knows what he's doing. He's not dumb. He knows more than most people. I could agree with that. No, he's on point, bro. I'm talking about Martin Shkreli, the OG pharma bro. He's an educated, intellectual person. He knows the market. He knows psychology, but he's done some shady shit that I would not download things with him. That's why I'm like, I can't. I have too much to lose and risk on that. So, he's cunning. But I don't know if cunning is good and bad sometimes. But I know he is. He is it. He is smart, bro. He knows his shit. I respect that all day. No, you could follow him, but just like I'm saying, just be careful. That's all. Like, just know that you're hanging out with wolves. That's all. Now, we had a philo on that. Just don't be surprised when wolves do wolf shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, you're not hanging around. That's a wolf dog. That's a very smart one, and he could sniff out food, and you might, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you might be the food. Just be careful. I already went over about adding NVIDIA, so we're going to have to wait a little bit. Listen, be stable if needed. Easing should be done quickly. I don't know what Trump's going to say. I think, sadly, though, the first thing with Trump, you need to think about trade war with China. This is fully Chinese shit. So you want to know what he does and how he reacts to that. How long to realize it's a scam and high-powered NVIDIA? It takes a couple weeks. But even then, it won't matter. As long as you need user growth to not accelerate. I think that will be, if you want a bullish signal on NVIDIA, you got to wait till they stop signing people up to this shit. Because, again, that's what's freaking out San Francisco. I'm telling you, businesses were built off of user adoption. Ignore everything else. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Snapchat, Meta, every single unicorn you could think of never made $1. You only cared about them because of user adoption. Even Netflix, for crying out loud. What are we talking about? That's why I'm saying it's like that's the crux. That is the Achilles heel to everything today, in my opinion. No, I'm not too many people have said this, but this is my approach. It's just literally user growth now. 1 million in 3 weeks is impressive. You know why? because Dolly, Anthropic, every other AI except for ChatGPT has failed to break into the top 10 on the App Store. That's why. So yes, 1 million in 3 weeks is massive, because if you do those numbers, 1 million in 3 weeks, that turns into 10 million in a month very, very quickly. You see what I'm saying? And then that could quickly go into a much bigger number, but that's the issue right there. And again, no other AI has done this except for ChatGPT. The only other chatbot was ChatGPT to break into the iStore and have people downloading it like that. So yeah, maybe it is bots. Maybe they're manipulating it. That's another thing. That's why I'm saying there's a lot of weird stuff about this story. That's why I'm saying there's both good and bad, but then really we just got to see if that adoption slows down, and then we're going to find out as we start rolling through. But this is either the beginning of the end, or this was just your first legit freak out in 2 years, and then we'll get over it and then go from there. Coin flushing still. Yeah, they got hacked, and then they released another model, so they did limit signups today. Well, we don't the numbers, they released it all. So you can reproduce what they did. That's why people are saying the numbers are accurate. The thing that may not be accurate is how they created it, because they're saying they did it without these chips. So what they could just be lying about is the chips. You know what I'm saying? They're like, it's literally the guy who's like, hey, I made $100,000 off of $1,000. All of you would be like, whoa, that's impressive. But what if I told you he spent $25 million to do that? Then you would be like, that's not that cool. So if we find out they really have the expensive chips, yeah, they had a cool training development, but this isn't all that hype. But if it comes out that they didn't have those chips, that makes this story a little bit more threatening. Does that make sense? They have some NVIDIA chip. Yes, I agree with that. They have some, but they're painting this story that they don't have the highest power ones. But that's why I said earlier, because a lot of people, when they're trying to figure out if this is good or bad, they're making the mistake of thinking, you got to think about this all. This company, out of necessity, was able to train the model faster and better. So it doesn't mean they wouldn't want those chips. It just means they did it without it, if you believe this story. Are you following? So it doesn't mean that they don't have a demand for high-powered chips. They just couldn't get them. So that's like the whole point where you got to be like, is this really that bearish? Because at the end of the day, I'm sure if they got offered the chips, do you not think they would buy them and then use them? But yeah, it does. It just changes certain things. So well, that's what we're going to find out. But like I'm saying, I don't know if the paradigm is completely shifted. I don't think the bubble has stopped, but this could be the first step in that, and that's what we're kind of waiting for. But I think user adoption is the real red flag right now. They basically built a Ferrari out of Honda parts. Kind of. It's like, because I want to say that is a good analogy, but what they did was trained it better. That's all. So they just had Honda parts, but like Honda tech, but then they got the computer. The way they trained the model was way more efficient. You know what I'm saying? They just found a way to train the model to go way better. That's how the model was able to advance with less equipment. So their training was so good that they didn't need that much hardware. Whereas most U.S. companies had good training, but a lot of it came from the hardware. So yeah, like the driver was really good. That's the thing. If we're going to use a car analogy, right? It's maybe there is some Honda parts and all of that, but the driver, whoever trained that model, that was the breakthrough. Knowing how to train models that effectively and that good with minimal requirements, that's what really pushed the envelope here. It was a driver. GovX, Siju warning, 7th case of monkeypox? Oh, man, we getting monkeypox again? Ex-det shopped with sweetener claim on 6 billion XAI stake. Oh, so you guys remember that Morgan Stanley deal about shopping around the debt? So now they're offering a stake in XAI. Interesting. All right, Tesla going down. Let me see NVIDIA SPY. But yeah, you got another one. Wait, where did those RTXs go? Oh, they came up a little. Not bad. Yeah, the valuations and the CapEx, that's the next level. I think earnings will find out. But yeah, that if this stuff is true, we have a real big problem. But that's why it's like we're still in the early days. And like I'm saying, it's like this is the start of something or just a real, the first overreaction or the first like speed bump on this whole. Because again, it's been 14 or 24 months of straight rallying off of AI and AI spend. So, this is just the first time we actually like, whoa, like let's check ourselves real quick. It's bullish for cheap AI. It is, again, there is ways it could be bullish, but just are you aware of the valuation of like NVIDIA, right? And then now, if you mean to tell me that you don't need this much hardware, that is a fundamental repricing of NVIDIA's valuation, the biggest company in the world right now. That is a majority of our gains. And then, like I said, all the Mag 7, all of that. So, unfortunately, you're right. This will be bullish eventually, but there is something that just like you pray to God, you don't need to reprice the valuation of NVIDIA. That's all. Because if you do, then it gets, no matter what ends up happening, that just means we're going to get a lot of movement to inequities and valuations as they kind of figure that out. ECB Schnabel. Well, Trump can't really shut it down. All Trump can do is now this is going to influence the trade war in China to make him either more aggressive or more cooperative. But he can't really do any. It's all open source. Like I said, you can't put the toothpaste back in the bottle because now it's already out. Everybody knows how. Everybody in the world can reproduce what DeepSeek just did because it's already out there. They could take it off the App Store, yeah. But then again, then it just turns into a TikTok scenario. But then they would just be sniping it before it got big. Right? Nobody cared about TikTok till it was too big, but this app is making waves on the first couple of days. Well, first couple of weeks. HUT is dropping, another crypto play. Yeah, crypto's getting work. SPY coming down. Watch out for the chips. Broadcom keeps going down. NVIDIA held up. My plays are still up, but like, dude, Broadcom and some of the other ones just started flushing. Is it weird that this is bearish? I don't think it's weird. It makes sense why people are, like I'm telling you, the user growth, Wall Street and Silicon Valley have competition. So it makes sense. And like I'm saying, we all knew this would happen. That's why it shouldn't be too bearish. But it did happen in a time frame we weren't really expecting, and now it's up there. So some of the bearishness makes sense. That's why I think we're still at the early stage of it all. But this was just a shocker. Like there's no other way to put it, even off of old news. But it's getting people to really now you have to think about a lot of the narrative that we have built on. I think it's true that they made a model. I don't know if they did it with or without the chips. All I know is, and this is what I know for fact because it's there, is that you can now develop a way better AI training model and you could deploy it for cheap. I know that. That is a fact. That's already out there. Anybody could do it now. That is the part that I'm on, that I believe. But I don't know if they did it with what hardware. But I know you can do some level of high-level AI training with minimal equipment. I think that is possible with what they have released and what is already out there. But I don't know. I doubt that they might have more than they're letting on. That they may have more hardware to sweeten up this story. It looks good, but they may have more hardware than we know. But I don't know. But I do know there is just a cheap, effective training model that has now been released and is low-key kind of upending everything, or is going to change the landscape a little bit. And if you want to nerd out and disagree, let me know. But I do think that is fact. So let me know. G-Tie Spy coming down. All right, watch out. AMD, NVIDIA, everything's doing it. Bro, we got our little bounce, killed the premium, but if that keeps going down, like I said, unfortunately, we will be entering into the negative zone, man. So watch out. Anything from here, it could turn into a pretty ugly flush. You find it hard to believe OpenAI investing didn't know this? They just kind of wrote it off because this was 3 weeks old. But prior to that, it was the U.S. exceptionalist. Once again, we just kind of all got egotistical. You know, we all just, America's the best. Only we could do it. That's it. Again, bro, come on, bro. We've been shitting on China for 4 years. Yes or no? How many of you, unless you bought them with me, how many of you wanted to own a China stock? You had nothing good to say about China. And the way the U.S. was looking, AI, there was a lot of exuberance. That was the word we kept talking about, but I just think it's ego, dog. We've seen it happen before, but I think they knew. They just didn't take the threat seriously. Like I'm saying, nobody took it seriously till those app store numbers went up. That's it. Now you got a app being downloaded more than Anthropic. Anthropic, all of these apps have been around for a while, dude, but none of them are getting traction like that. And now you do, and now, unfortunately, it don't matter your ego. Somebody's number one in the app store right now. You got to deal with it. China will raise without oil. If they become the leader in AI, maybe, but China needs good oil. It needs low oil. I don't see China ripping with $120 oil. I don't think it'd be hard for them to get back up. They have oil, but they remember they're huge. So they need a lot, and that's why just cheap oil helps them out. I got Baba at 80. I got really good. I got good China. But I bought it early. I was just early as fuck, but yeah, I don't know. It's on the long. If you go to my Twitter, it's there. But yeah, today's a great day for the long term, man. I think some of you really got to see the value play today. And I'm glad. I hope you are too. One day we're all going to sell off, but for now, the NASDAQ goes down 4%. Your long term goes up 1%. So that's kind of been the beauty here, of some of the underperformance, but I'll take it. I only have UWMC in one of the long terms. So Colt Sister, because we just bought it for her when it was really cheap. Major dip buying opportunity. Yes and no. This is what I was saying, because the paradox of all of this, the major dip opportunity is the same one as yesterday. It's all of the value plays that are still low. But some names dropped a lot, but you're just going back to last week's prices. or 2 weeks ago. So it's not like, yeah, I don't know. You got to really think about it. But shout out to long-term and shout out to cheap ones, bro. Yeah, TLT's climbing up. You got 150 on the old contracts or the latest ones. Second chance. If ASML's down enough, if some of them are down enough, yeah, but if they're still up, then you're done. Like, I wouldn't consider it. I like this better than any of them, but I still think I would just take it at maybe the 4s. I still think it could go down 50%. So, like, I'm kind of looking for NVO to replicate in the chip stocks. So, if you guys look at NVO, let's just take us back to, like, what? It has to really shoot up if it's a real runner. And then Broadcom flushing, bro. That's been the first one. SPY going down. I don't know about big drop, but low-key, low ticker is picking up. And then some of the chip leaders are leading you down right now, right in real time. Canada foreign minister says she will be talking soon to British, EU, and Mexican counterparts in bid to fend off tariffs. That is not good news, my brother. That sounds like the EU, Canada, and Mexico are trying to come together to stop Trump for tariffs. That's coming out right now, tariff headline. So watch out. I mean, no, I don't think it's great news. It depends which way, but it sounds like they're going to try to fight back against Trump, a.k.a. trade war could be developing. Market's already dealing with everything else. I don't know if it's going to react. You got to wait till they say some more or Trump says more. But that's the headline right now. You're getting it first. And then Fitch, higher tariffs on Canadian goods could hit provincial economies. Yeah, it's a good idea. Check the dollar. You're a genius. Dollar, euro, loonie. That's going to tell you how to take this headline. Yeah, so it's not reacting. I think it'll react more when we get your boy. You need Trump to say a little bit more. Pound and euro, no movement. Good call on that. I did hear the deep sea cyber. I think we got the rumor 5 minutes early. So, yeah, stay on stream. Follow me on Twitter. Get stream alerts. Amen. Yeah, there's a lot of bond auctions here. There's I don't know, a couple $1 billion this week. Or like almost, I think, 179 billion. Sox S, again, Broadcom, I think, dollar's moving now. So not only do you have that, but that Trump tariff thing, like we said, if dollar starts going up, you may get the whole half of this might be tariffs and trade war. So be careful. Obviously, NVIDIA and chips are a big deal. But about 4 minutes ago, you got a headline on there on the dollar, or again, this kind of plan to fight back against Trump tariffs, I think. So, yeah, I thought a DJT sell, I thought it was going to delay for a little bit. But once the dollar and euro starts going up, then that's it, man. Thanks for the post on the weekend. The Deep Seek helped you make money. Let's go, baby. That's good. I know some of you, I'm a very weird page to follow because, like, I'll give you, like, really informative stuff, and then I'll tweet the most random shit. So, it's definitely an acquired taste, but I really hope my annoyingness can make you money and entertain you, but sometimes I am very annoying. So, yeah. But I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Real Colt News on Twitter, baby. All right, bonds coming down a little bit. Watch out the dollar. I think the dollar low-key is subtle signal right now because now you got to juggle it. And then I got a Trump headline. Trump AI SAR sacks. DeepSeek shows Trump was right to rescind Biden executive order. So Trump team is already spinning this as a positive. So, yeah, they're saying that this is a, what's it called? They're saying this is a positive thing. Or they're saying, I told you, Trump is right. Whoever's rescind the order, it's all Biden's fault. He was asleep, eating ice cream. Now, the American youth, for 1 week, they download Red Note. Now China has a supercomputer. Can you believe it? These people, stupid people. You restrict their chips. Now we can't develop. Stupid people, dumb people even. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create DeepSeek coin, and we're gonna launch. This time, I won't launch Melania. That fucked everything. And then we're gonna pay back the debt. And I'll make Canada and Mexico, they'll worship me. The only way you'll get your terrorists removed is if you build a statue of me. Thank you. So yeah, that's what's going through my head right now. Like the video, I love you. I act like him, I know. I'm so excited. I love embodying Trump. That's it. I had to do an old guy for like, he's old too, but like, you get it. I had to do the Biden for 4 years. Is Trump live or am I Trump? But yeah, watch the dollar. Bonds are going up. Keep an eye on the dollar. That breaks out, you're going to have a problem. If not, it's all about AI still. So again, get ready to juggle, my brother. Get ready to juggle. Okay, bonds. Let's see what this plays out. I'm going to see if Trump's live. I don't think he is, though. If Kamala won, how would I impersonate her? So if Kamala won, this is exactly what I would have done. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here's my Kamala impression. It was good, wasn't it? Yeah, that's what I would have done. What is this? JD Vance visit. Yeah, I don't see Trump live. Apple ripping. Okay, watch it. The chips could come up. Dollar's chilling, though. Dollar wanted to move off that headline. Bonds are going nuts. All right, well, if the market bounces, I'll go to Philo. If it starts going red, we'll lock in, but you know the deal, bro. The email one is good. I'm glad you like it, man. I hope you guys smile, and I don't know, man. I pray that all of you have as much fun as I do, and that's why I get a long-term, man, and I hope you let this have a good relationship with the market, man. UN Chief Gutierrez concerned by U.S. pause in foreign assistance. UN spokesperson. Buy calls. We bought the dip on the video. My plays are up 16%. So look, that's how they're scamming the calls, you guys. So we bottom ticked it. It shoots up $3 immediately. The plays go up 20%, right? And then it sells off $3, and the plays are still up 20%. So again, the premiums are really dangerous right now, you guys. You got to be very, very careful because how it's moving is kind of delayed. There's a high price, and then it'll move around, high slippage, and then by the time it's down from your place but a little up, like you'll be barely up, even though when the stock was higher, you weren't making that much. It's very, very odd. Yeah, the XLVs came back, so make them free. That one was a tough play, but then you still got time on it. So, but again, today was a big day for value, outperformance, and everything else. Where did those RTX didn't hit? Did they? They went up a tiny bit, and then I already made your boy free. All right, go to my Twitter. You can see my whole entire long term. So our latest play was NVO. We did that a couple days ago. But here's every account. You can see what's in it. If you go here to the cost basis, you can see what price I bought it, and then it's arranged by the size in my portfolio, most expensive to the cheapest. Ta-da! But I got to go to the bathroom. We might have to move when I come back, you guys. We'll see. But so get your memberships. Otherwise, I'm going to, in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to get ready for my Jesus stuff. I'll still be here. So if you're a member, you'll get the information, but you'll have to listen to me talk about that. But if you have the Twitch or that, you'll have to get your membership, unfortunately. So we'll see, man. We will see. But follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. Real Cult News on Twitter. And yeah, I'll be right back.
Not businesses. And that's always a dangerous situation.
That said, it's not like they're selling indiscriminately. Meta's higher today, Apple's higher. Both of them are beneficiaries of lower cost inferencing models, right? Yeah. They are the ones who are kind of deploying this technology. If it's less expensive to make it, even if China got there first, we're going to get there eventually as well. So there is a logic, Tav, as to what the market is doing here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think in general, if you had to place a bet, is the real profit pool going to be on chips or models or applications that use those models? Like today, we're shifting over towards the application front. If AI is going to be a lot cheaper to deploy than most would have thought a couple months ago, that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah. Deirdre, let's talk for a second about kind of how they got here. And one of the big controversies has been, did they do it with these inferior NVIDIA chips, these H800? Which one's the better one? H100? So they did it with H800s. Let's just take it at face value, because analysts say, look, it's possible that they did this and that the export controls forced this level of innovation. So thank you, DeepSeek, for showing the rest of the world it's possible. The question now is, do we keep with the export ban on these leading edge chips or not? And in fact, David Sachs, what do we call them, the crypto, the AI czar, just weighed in on this on Twitter. He says, this shows that the AI race will be very competitive and that President Trump was right to rescind Biden's EO, which hamstrung American AI companies without asking whether China would do the same. It didn't. He says, I'm confident in the U.S., but we can't be complacent. There's a whole fight in here about open source AI models and whether we should be kind of going in the direction that OpenAI would prefer versus what DeepSeek and others are doing, kind of leaving this technology more open to the public. So how do you think policy-wise this is all going to play out?
Well, let's be clear. The export ban did not work. In fact, it backfired. It forced the Chinese to innovate in new ways that companies and giants here didn't have to. I call them the good chips and the dumbed down chips. The good ones are the H100s. That's the NVIDIA GPUs that everyone wants. NVIDIA 800s are the ones that the Chinese get because of the export ban. And what DeepSeek says it was able to do is create a model that outperforms some of our best models built here in America with those dumbed down chips. I mean, that is a point of debate. Some people say that the hedge fund of which DeepSeek was born out of had been sort of hoarding the better chips. But at the end of the day, Kelly, it doesn't really matter. We've moved on past that. We know now what DeepSeek proved is that these models, and open source nonetheless, I want to stress how important it is that DeepSeek's model is open source, can be built for a fraction of the price, whether that's $6 million or $60 million. That is far less than the hundreds of millions or the billions of dollars that OpenAI, Gemini, Google, and others have poured into this. So I think that's also maybe why you're seeing Meta in the positive today, because it's also working on open source metas. In fact, I can't remember who was one of the people we spoke to in the Valley on this, said that Meta is probably racing right now to figure out what DeepSeek did and build on top of it. And so there's a new race that started in open source development, which is really key there. And that's why the companies that were working on closed source models like an OpenAI, real questions about their moat.
And Tavis, this all gets into this big pivot that's happening in the AI space, from the massive clusters that were required to train these models to the ones that can do more inferencing, maybe have a little bit lighter. That's why you're seeing the power stocks down. Yes, early last week it was all about Stargate, and it's going to have 1 million GPUs, and it's going to require nuclear power. And now it's about, okay, and even if it were 5 to 6 million to kind of make the shift to inferencing, do you think that's enough for the likes of Broadcom, which should in a way benefit from that transition, to be down 18% today?
It seems extreme, but look, 3 weeks from now, we could be talking about something completely different. Innovation's happening really fast. It's really hard to predict in what ways it's going to happen.
Very hard to predict.
And what company's going to benefit on a specific form of innovation. I think all we know is that, this market has thrown about.
it's good. They're letting the TLTs move now. That was, again, a risk event we haven't really witnessed in a while, man. My goodness. My goodness. All right. Sup, Chattadonia? Oh, it's coming down a little bit, but I was already getting ready. So it is time. I appreciate you all for real, man, to have 6,000 of you guys in here right now. That is amazing, but, I've chosen to take my day early. I don't know. I've done very well, and I just want to be around. I want to talk about certain things, and it helps me focus more, man. I'm going to read a book. Some people don't like it. I don't want disrespect to my veterans, all that, man. So hopefully you guys understand. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll give you news updates on there, or you could get the stream alerts. Other than that, we should be back in like the final 10 minutes of the market to close this one out, all right? So thank you for being here. It is going to move you to the next stream. So if you want to join this next stream, unfortunately, wait, is this it? Let me get the link. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be your new link. It'll take you there. But again, you have to be a member for that one. But thank you to all the members. Even if you're not a member and you want the Philo, after the market, it will be available for non-members as well. So it's just going to change your schedule. Nothing to worry about. But all right, y'all. Have a great day. Enjoy it. Again, Twitter, just in case there's any crazy things, I'll inform you. But I think that's it, man. So you guys have a wonderful one. Thank you again, and I'll see you later. And the watch list too, baby. Peace.